Hi. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Hope everybody's doing well, feeling well. Welcome to Community Day on Saturday. What's going on? I hope everybody's doing all right. I hope you're having a good weekend so far. I hope you're enjoying yourself, playing some fun games, or doing some fun things. It's June 1st. So happy Pride Month, right? So happy Pride Month. Enjoy all of the companies rolling out their rainbows like they're not going to put them away on July 1st. But I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're ready for announcement season now that we've had the Sony event. Announcement season has begun, so get ready for the cavalcade of rumors, announcements, announcement videos and presentations and all of the shenanigans that come with all of those things, including a bunch of people complaining about stuff that is probably not going to change. Dragoon, AGM, K Sorcerer, Shadow Knight, Logan, AGM with the 115 stream streak. Thank you so much. Atomic, what's going on? I hope everybody's doing okay. And hey, people, here we go. I'll check side chat one. Is this for the Lego cat? I see the Lego cat there. I'll be honest, $100 is not that bad. That's actually for a Lego cat. That's actually pretty good. That's way more. I would have assumed it was at least 150. Here we go. Would you say Astrobot is the new PlayStation mascot? Not yet, Shadow. I would say, though, that I think most people have been saying for a while now, make Astrobot the mascot, right? Make Astrobot the thing. Make it the character. Make it the thing that you look at and you go, oh, yeah, that's Sony. That's Sony, right? And the Astrobot game looks great. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like exactly what it should be, which is it's almost like a self-celebration of Sony for Astrobot. And it doesn't come off as pretentious. It doesn't come off as, oh, look at Sony tooting their own horn and you know what I mean? Like they're polishing their own medals to show you how great they are. It just looks like it's a lot of fun, right? The devices in the game, the ships and the stuff, they look like Sony devices. The costumes for Astrobot I guess their abilities, because I think each costume's going to do something different. So, like, they're all different Sony characters, and none of it looks like ill. They're so full of themselves. It just looks like that's a lot of fun. We've been saying for a while, Sony needs a mascot. And, you know, for as much as people don't like that stuff, Nintendo has several. Nintendo, and I don't particularly think it's that Sony needs a mascot. I think it just needs characters that are obviously identifiable as Sony properties, but are also fun. You know, you look at, obviously Nintendo is Mario, right? Mario is the mascot. But if you see Zelda, you think Nintendo. If you see Kirby, you think Nintendo. If you see Animal Crossing Animal Crossing might be a bit of a different one because that franchise was always kind of niche. New Horizons was the one that really exploded for very obvious reasons. But those things are very obviously Nintendo, and they're fun. They help you associate the company with the emotion, and the emotion is fun. Kratos, sure, the games are good games, but I feel like they're not the same kind of fun. Like you look at a God of War game and you look at Astrobot, and they're not the same kind of fun. They're enjoyable in different ways. And the way that Astrobot is enjoyable, that's what people like. And I'm not saying people don't like God of War. Obviously God of War is very popular, but people want that. They want video games that feel like video games. And when we grew up with video games were fun. They were goofy ideas. They were ridiculous things. They were ridiculous environments. They were strange. They were odd. They were bizarre. They were experimental. That's what video games always were. This is why people don't like the idea of the brown shooters, because they all look the same. You take a Battlefield and a Call of Duty and earlier, like olden days, the Medal of Honor, and you take a lot of these other games and you put them side by side, and unless you are in the know, you don't really, they all feel the same. Vibe-wise, they all kind of feel the same. So we want games that are fun. And Sony, what's a game on Sony from Sony that feels like Astrobot? That feels like Mario? They don't have any characters that are like that. You got to have a little bit of everything. Just got done with my textures and shaders for my model. I was trying to get a Jet Set Radio or Wind Waker cell shade, shade look. Benji, what's going on? I 100%, you 100% 1,000 year 100% like you did the cookbook and everything. My hat's off to you. I can't do that. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's expensive, but not as expensive as I thought. Kind of glad Nintendo already said that we're getting a June. AJM, that's funny. I was thinking the same exact thing earlier today. I saw a lot of people. There are people that are saying like, "Oh, it's June, so we can say that there's a Nintendo Direct coming soon." And I'm like, I was actually going to say that on Twitter, that I'm kind of glad that we already know, because now we don't have to deal with the cavalcade of there's definitely going to be a Direct. You don't know that there's going to be a Direct. Just because they have one every year doesn't mean they're going to have one. Like, I'm glad that we don't have to deal with that. I'm glad that we had, a week or two ago, they just, and I don't think it was an accident. I think they just flat out said, like, yeah, we're going to have a Direct. It's like, thank God that they said that. I think Sony wants Astrobot to be the mascot, but this is only the third-ish game, and not many play the first one. I don't think it's quite there yet, but it is a nice breath of fresh air. Yeah, I don't think it's there. I don't think Astro is there yet, but I think that people want it to be. And it is becoming that sort of recognizable thing, and especially because it looks like the PlayStation colors. It's again, when you look at the trailer, and he's flying the PS5 as a spaceship, and when you see all of that stuff, it's like, okay, this is clearly Sony's thing. For what it's worth, they've already been around for about 30 years, so they have enough story to back up tooting. As much as it's nice to see Sony pay homage to their franchises through Astrobot, I'd still love to see their dominant franchises like Sly and Parappa come back. Yeah, I would still like to see that. And to be fair, you look at hey Arwing, you look at something like Smash Bros. Right? Smash Bros. Eventually popped up on a Nintendo 64. Slowly but surely became a premier franchise for Nintendo. And what did they do? They used it to introduce people to franchises that have either been dormant or are just brand new. You make a brand new franchise, you make a character that goes into Smash Bros. So why not have something like that? Why not have Astrobot to draw in a crowd of people that maybe are not really super into Sony? And it's because they like games like Astrobot, and Sony doesn't really have games like Astrobot. So why not bring them in? And then while they're there, you say, oh, yeah, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, like that game ended up being a joke, but that game wouldn't have been a joke if it was a good, solid game. If it was something really rock solid and it didn't feel like it was trying to do the Smash thing, you would have had an opportunity there to create a sort of all-in-one where people could then play it. Like, if you were to play Astrobot and you saw the different powers, someone would say, oh, yeah, that's like a God of War skin there. That looks like Kratos from the God of War series. And, that one looks like What's-Her-Face from Horizon, Aloy from Horizon. And look at that one. That one looks like, who's that character? He looks kind of like a raccoon or something. What the heck is that? Sly Cooper? What are those? What's that Jak and Daxter? What's that Ratchet and Clank? Oh, look at the little beanie with the frog on it. Oh, Parappa the Rapper? Yeah. It's a fun way to do that. It's a fun way to have that in a spot that people can then play the game and then see these things and say, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll tell you one game that's doing it for me right now. X-Defiant. I didn't realize that the maps and the characters in X-Defiant are all based on Ubisoft properties. There's the stealth one that's based on the Splinter Cell franchise. And then I think there's a Splinter Cell level in there. Like the factions. The factions are the different games. There's a faction that's based on Far Cry. There's a faction that's based on Far Cry, one for Splinter Cell, one for Watch Dogs, and one for they're all wearing like hazmat sort of suits, and they use like fire attacks and stuff. I don't know what the Ubisoft franchise would be that they are, but there's 4 factions in the game right now, and they all represent Ubisoft franchises. And then people are talking about, oh, there should be like an Assassin's Creed franchise, an Assassin's Creed faction, and then there's levels that are based on those games, and that's such an interesting way. Like, I didn't really think of that because I don't follow. Those are franchises. The Division. Thank you, Lilac. It's The Division. And the levels, when you play the levels and it loads the level up, it'll flat out say, this is this level, The Division. This is this level, Far Cry. It'll say something like that. Like, it flat out does it. So it's an interesting way. It's a non-intrusive way to introduce people to other franchises within their company. And Nintendo can do that too. And Sony now can do that with Astrobot. And you can have these worlds that are built around different franchises, and you can have these character skins and stuff. And you don't make it so that it feels like an ad. You don't do it so that's like, oh, it's just a flat out ad. But you have it so that it's fun. You know, Byleth. Look at Byleth in Smash Bros. Everybody knew that was an ad. Everybody knew that character was being introduced because they just had, that game was relatively recent. But does it feel terrible? No. It's a good character, and it's a non-intrusive way to say, oh, that's where this is from. That's where this character is from. Check, if you're interested, if you think this character is cool, there's a franchise, there's a game with this character attached to it. I'll tell you something else. For reset the counter. We're gonna have to reset the counter here. I think Min Min took way too long to get into Smash Bros. I think they waited way too long to add an ARMS character into the franchise. I think it would have made more sense to do that much earlier. It's a great idea, and I like it, and I like that. The problem is with Sony, where were you going to fit that? Right? Little Big Planet. That was your Little Big Planet. It's funny because Little Big Planet, I think, was probably the best positioned to be Sony's mascot character in games like that. And I don't know why it just died. I don't know what they did to Little Big Planet that people just were like, I don't want to play this anymore. PlayStation also really felt like, why did people like Smash? I have no idea. You gotta do what? I gotta believe. Now, Benji, what they need now in the game with the Parappa skin is Jammer Lammy. That for as much as Parappa was the bigger, franchise, several games, I thought Jammer Lammy was a much more fun game for me. I think it's just the music. Yes, nice when games have nods to other franchises. Yeah, true, and Benji, true, but Byleth is still fun to play at least, and that's exactly my point. It didn't feel like this character sucks and they're only there because they're an ad. It felt like this character's an ad, but holy crap, they are a lot of fun to use. They are a good character. That's part of Byleth. Like, how dare they players use them? Okay, they aren't bad. Yeah, and Min Min's a good character. She's a good character. They tried to push Little Big Planet and it never worked, but why didn't it work? The issue for many is Sony used to have that and they just kind of stopped making those games. They focus on power and I think we missed a step. And you know what the step was that they missed? I'm going to tell you what the step was that they missed or that they ignored. And the other companies, Microsoft I think did it too. The whole thing about they don't want to do AA games anymore. $40 AA games are a great way to get these games into people's hands. And they're a great way to introduce people to franchises and concepts. And they just decided they didn't want to do that anymore. They poo-pooed on it years ago where they said that they didn't want to do that anymore. It's just like, that's not great though. That's the good thing is that, these cross-promote, you look at something like Mario, and sure, Mario games come out at $60, but then how many times do you see nods to Mario games in other things? How many you see nods to Mario games in other Mario games? How many times, how many videos are there that are made about how back in the day for NES and SNES, there are, Mario's in all of these games. Mario's the ref in this. Mario was this character and that. And they did all of these things. And it builds the brand. It builds the idea that, that's who they are. That's why, it's not like there's any big secret as to why Mario is the Nintendo mascot. It's because they made him that way. They put him everywhere. Sony, that stuff is fun, but they just didn't want to do it. Like, who's your Sony mascot? The guy from SOCOM? What? Mario Maker is what happened. I saw somebody on Twitter say, Ron, try to argue. So Horizon is Sony's family. No, definitely not. Definitely not. I would hard disagree with that. It's the same. Crash is, like Crash was a, and then people will argue that Crash wasn't, Sony. It was always some different company, but Crash was Crash for a very long time was Sony. Sure, there are Crash games on other franchises, but for a very long time, and even I would argue even today, if you say Crash Bandicoot, I think Sony is the first thing that comes to people's minds, PlayStation specifically. Same with Spyro. He isn't in either. But two versions of that infamous guy are in PlayStation for PlayStation All-Stars. It's so weird that I feel like I don't think we're Sony always had a mascot issue, and I don't think that they particularly needed to. I think early on you had characters like Crash that were identifiably as Sony, and you had certain franchises at least that were identifiable as Sony. There were many opportunities, is what I'm saying. Is that I think that there were Little Big Planet, I still say, was the last big time you had a very identifiable concept and character and stable of characters that you could have easily made the PlayStation mascots. All you had to do was, tastefully put them in different things and then make games with them, and there you go. And you mascots don't magically appear, they're made. So make one. Take a character and make one. And this is the thing we've been saying about Astrobot. It's like Astrobot, Little Big Planet was your last opportunity to really do that, and it died for some reason because you killed it, because you didn't let it exist. And now you have Astrobot, and I think that was the big concern, was that Astrobot was going to be the thing that everybody said, just make Astrobot the mascot. Use Astrobot. Make an Astrobot game. Don't make it the mascot for VR. Make it the mascot for Sony and PlayStation. And you know what? You know what's wacky to me? Here's what's wacky to me about this. Sony. Ryan, rating with a party of 15. Hello, Ryan. Hello, everybody from Ryan's stream. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you enjoyed F099. I was watching for a little while there. So I hope you're having fun, and I hope you are ready to hang out with us, and you're ready to gripe about Sony, because I'm about to say something about Sony. Raid. It's amazing to me that Sony has had a mascot issue since the PS1. PS2, I would say. But Sony is a Japanese company. Japan is known for anime-style mascot characters everywhere. How? How do how do you as a Japanese company have a problem with the concept that your brand needs a character? It's been 5 generations of console gaming, not including the handheld stuff. How has it escaped you that in a country that has thousands of mascots, that any random ass product on the street has an anime style mascot for it? How do we get to this point where you're 5 gaming generations in and you were sitting there saying we don't have a mascot? You come from a culture that's practically birthing them every day. It's so strange to me that they would have that problem. Let me go back up. PS1 was Crash, Spyro, and Lara Croft. PS2 PS then dropped them and got Sly, Ratchet and Clank, and I would say Jack and Daxter too. Jack and Daxter, they were kind of squeezing in there. PS3 had Nathan Drake, Sackboy. PS4 was Aloy, and PS5 had Astrobot. And you know who Nintendo has had? Mario. And to an extent, Link. And even Kirby's been there. And they've persisted for decades. And they're still recognizable to this day. You had all of these opportunities. And that's all you needed to do was have them. You have Crash and Spyro. Let's say Crash and Spyro. I think they work better as mascots. Let's say Laura too, right? Let's say Laura too. You have Sly and then Ratchet and Clank. So then why not in those games didn't you have little Crash and Spyro figurines that you would collect? Or why didn't you have a crossover game with one of them, right? Sly Cooper and I mean you had like double packs with Crash and Spyro, but why didn't you start doing that? Why didn't you use those franchises to introduce other characters in other franchises? Why didn't Lara Croft show up in Uncharted at some point? Or you did something again, not in the game, but Lara Croft posters, right? You go into Nathan Drake's bedroom when he's a kid and he's got Lara Croft posters, and you just do these things. You persist and you make sure that people don't forget that this character is associated with your brand. It's a great way to keep that connection going, and that's how you make mascots. So it boggles my mind that Sony is a Japanese company. Japan is known for that. And they have had a problem with this since the first system. Sony wanted to set themselves apart from Sega and Nintendo, who relied on mascots. I mean, and they're alive. I mean, so Nintendo. I mean, Sega's technically alive. And to be fair, Sega only really had... Sega's mascot problem was that they didn't really utilize them. They tried to make a bunch of mascots and throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what stuck. And the only thing that really stuck was Sonic. Probably because Sony's a mascot company with its hands in a lot of stuff besides gaming. No, John, Sony is. PlayStation is a secondary brand. PlayStation is to Sony as Xbox is to Microsoft. They are owned by them, but they kind of operate in their own thing. When you look at Crash Bandicoot, you think PlayStation. You don't think Sony Bravia TVs and camcorders. You think PlayStation. When you looked at, back in the day, when you looked at Master Chief, you didn't think Microsoft Windows. You didn't think of Microsoft branded processors and PCs. You thought Xbox. So they operate individually. So do Xbox, and they have Master Chief. Pepsi Man for the mascot. Mario has stood the test of time, and it worked, and it's still working. And it will always work. You know why? You know why Mario always works as a franchise and as a mascot, and Mario will continue to work as a mascot? Because they make sure that he's known. He evolves over the years. You've done different things with him. You've done the platformers. You've done the 3D games. You've done the RPGs. You've done a couple series of RPGs. You've done the special appearances and other things. You do a lot with the character, and when you do them, they're fun games. Mario is a good example of a franchise where even the worst Mario game, right, outside of the exceptions like Hotel Mario, even the worst Mario games are oftentimes more fun than half of the other games out there. You look at the new, for as much as we crap on the new Super Mario series, those games are probably still more fun than half of the platformers that come out there. They have more polish than half of those games. They put effort into it. Nothing feels low effort. Maybe that's what happened with Little Big Planet. Maybe Little Big Planet got to a point where it started to feel low effort. I wonder if Sony thinks the idea of mascots, and that's possible. That's possible. They think it's too kiddie, but who cares about what's too kiddie if it's making you money, if it's keeping you relevant? Ask the shareholders. If you ask the shareholders, hey, we have this character that we want to introduce. We're worried it looks a little too childish, but we're pretty sure it's going to make us $500 million. Do you think that the shareholders are going to care? They're going to say, yeah, we don't care. Use it. Kidify it up as much as you want. Just make sure I get my check. Little Big Planet issued sadly a Sony one. Sony pushed so hard to create a power-based audience, they drove away the audience for Little Big Planet. Those players moved on, and even when PS5 got a Little Big Planet platformer, the people liked, the player base just wasn't there. It was an issue Ratchet and Clank ran into on PS5 as well. It did okay, but lacked a player base, especially for its budget. The other problem with Ratchet and Clank though on PS5 was that there literally wasn't even as much, like, it was probably about the player base, but it was also about the user base. You know, there just wasn't that many systems out there, so I'd be interested to see if they redid something with Ratchet and Clank, like another game, and now that you've got a bigger user base, bigger install base, and again, you could still just do that. You could still bring up Ratchet and Clank as a sort of mascot character, and then tell people, hey, you like this cool mascot? We already have a game. The game's $20. Go buy Rift Apart. It's $20. You can do it. They have characters that are still built in place. You can bring back Sly Cooper. You already have a Ratchet and Clank game out there. You can bring Jak and Daxter. You can do these things with these characters. And I feel like Astrobot is going to end up being more popular than Sony thought it was going to be. And they're going to sit there and they're going to say, well, we didn't know. How could we have known that this is what people want? Because we've been shouting at you for 3 generations to give us something like this. Yeah, and John the Nader, that's the other problem, is that, like, we talk about, you know, Crash and Spyro and some of and a lot of these characters might not even totally belong to them anymore. During the Wii era, Nintendo had the opposite issue, but they weren't hurt as badly for driving away hardcore gamers because the casuals are a bigger market. It took them a while to get hardcore gamers back. Sega's death was self-imposed. But yeah, when companies were struggling, Nintendo offered a hand to partner with Sega, and Sega told them to go away. Yeah, they would recover. Sega never recovered. This is like the cutaway voiceover where it's like, unfortunately, Sega never recovered. To be fair, Sony never owned the rights to Crash and Spyro. Those were Universal. Was Crash always Universal? They made sure to change that with PS2 with Sly, Ratchet, and Jak. And yeah, so there you go. So there's 3 franchises. There's 3 mascotable franchises that are somewhat well known, right? I think Ratchet is the one that because they just recently had a game, they could have been that, and they just didn't do it, and it's just so weird. I'd argue that's because for the longest time Sony had pushed for a more worldwide thing. Before Xbox, they were the original Dorito gamer mindset of games are for mainstream. You think mascot, you think kids, Mario, Sonic, Ronald McDonald, which Ronald McDonald's been out of the limelight forever. And again, you think mascot, you think kids, Mario and Sonic. And yet, they're still around. They're still a draw. Sonic is a franchise that has been tripping over itself for decades, and people still get excited when a new Sonic game is announced. For all of the up and down reception that Sonic games have, and for the up and down performance and quality that those games have had, when they announce a new Sonic game, people still get excited. And it's still a day one purchase. Look at how up and down the reception is for Frontiers and Superstars. And yet when they announce an update for a different game, or when they announce the next Sonic game, people are going to say, oh yeah, this is going to be the one. They're still dedicated, loyal fans. They're new fans all the time. You know why? You know what the thing is with that too, AGM? You think mascot, you think kids. But kids grow up. Kids grow up, and then they become the future gamers. You know what happens when you sell games to 40-year-olds and they become 60-year-olds? They either stop playing the games or we die. And I know that that's a gruesome way to look at it, but eventually we move away from video games. Everybody sort of does. So why not introduce a new generation of kids to a new generation of mascots, or the old generation of mascots, And then you have them grow up remembering these. They grow up with the nostalgia. It sounds gross because there's a gross way to say that, but the reality is that's what you do. And then they become the future business owners. And you think that there aren't already dads out there and moms out there who have little kids that are introducing them to the games that they first played on PS2? Look at the games that we had when we were kids. And then they would show them PS2 games. And those were the retro games for them. Ugh, that hurts, but you have to do that. You got to think big picture, man. And it feels like that's not what Sony was doing. Sony feels like the entire time they were, people, they were counting on the nostalgia of PlayStation. And that's only going to take you so far. You have to also cultivate the nostalgia of the franchises, of the characters, of the brands. That is what's going to persist more. Because when PlayStation 4 becomes 5, becomes 6, becomes 7, becomes 8, people will know they can still go and buy a Jak and Daxter game, or a Ratchet and Clank, or an Astrobot game. Right, if people have PS5s right now and especially kids, if they love Astrobot, these are so much fun. And then 5 years from now, 10 years from now, PS6 comes out, and now they're old enough and they're buying their own stuff. They're going to remember the fun times that they had with Astrobot, and they're going to buy a PS6 or a PS7 or a PS8, and they're going to say, man, I hope there's an Astrobot game for this. Look at how many people wait for Mario games to come out to new consoles. They clamor for them. They didn't buy Switches until Mario Odyssey came out. It happens all the time. We call them system sellers. People want system sellers, and system sellers are often franchises. They wait because they're waiting for the next one. They didn't buy a Switch until Animal Crossing came out. I know I missed a lot. Hold on. I'm sorry if I missed a lot. Hi, Sean. Hi, everybody. If I've not said hello to you, out of curiosity, Japan has mascots for the government. Japan has mascots for government, plumbing, and the pipe network. It's not just for kids. They have mascots for everything. You know what the benefit of that is? You know what the benefit of a mascot for everything is? When you're looking for information about something and you see a mascot, you know exactly what that is. If I'm looking for a train station, whether I am a tourist or whether I am a person that lives there, if I'm looking for a train station and I see a big train with eyes and a smile on its face that he's named Denshi-chan, right? Densha-chan. I know, that's a train station. This is information about the train. I look at it and it's identifiable and it's fun. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I don't feel bad. I call my water company because I'm having a problem with my bill, and there's Pipe-kun, the the mascot, and you know what I think? That's adorable. It's pleasant. It's pleasant. It's enjoyable, and sure, it's not going to change the fact that I'm having a problem with my water bill. But it's still something that is delightful. And that's what they've been missing. That's it, that delight. Yeah. There you go. CT. AJ mentioned Ronald McDonald earlier. Ronald McDonald hasn't been around in years and is still recognizable as McDonald's mascot. Mr. Clean, Tony the Tiger. These are recognizable characters attached to products or brands, and sure, you're not clamoring for a Mr. Clean cartoon, but it's a recognizable way to understand the product. When you're looking for a product and I see all of this crap on the shelf and I see this name and I see that name and then I see Mr. Clean looking at me, I know my brain says, I remember Mr. Clean commercials from when I was a kid. I'm going to buy Mr. Clean. tricks. Why do you think serial characters are all like that? Why do you think kids' characters have mascots? Is because they're easily identifiable, they're easily attachable, and as the kids grow up, they will still associate positive emotions with those things. They'll still want to buy them. So do that with your other things. Video games should be the things doing it. I just don't understand why it's taking Sony so long to realize this. They've had characters. Mr. Clean is really Agent 47. You can't change my mind. Lilac, that's what happens when the mascots grow up, right? He just... Lilac, what do you think happened to the other cleaning mascots? What other cleaning mascots, you ask? Exactly. Dig 'em. I loved Marcos. If you tell me like honey puff cereal, I have no idea what you're talking about. You tell me dig 'em, Honey Smacks, I'm in. Give me Honey Smacks. Although Marcos, I would like to see a throwdown between Dig 'em the frog and Sugar Bear. What the hell? See, that's the thing. I don't. What was Sugar Bear? What was Sugar Bear cereal called? Sugar Bear. I mean, they probably started to drop them just because. Was it? It was a Sugar Smacks? No, Sugar Smacks became Honey Smacks. That was Dig 'em the frog. Sugar Bear cereal. It wasn't called Sugar Bear, right? Golden Crisps. Can't get enough of that Golden Crisp. Sugar Bear. Yeah. Sugar, it was Golden Crisp. I was gonna say Golden, it wasn't Golden Grams. Honey Smacks. Yeah, Honey Smacks they still sell. Yeah, Honey Smacks. I could have sworn they used to also be called Sugar Smacks. They're effectively the same cereal, by the way. Oh wow, that jingle struck a chord. There you go. That's the other thing. You know, we talk about mascots, and maybe people don't really understand the mascot concept, but we understand jingles. I have no interest in redoing my floors, but if I wanted to look for rugs, I know exactly who to call. I'm gonna call Empire. Why? Because that stupid jingle is in my head, and I don't even know if they even use the jingle anymore. But the jingle is the phone number. Jingles are how we used to do it. We call them mini tunes. Sony is boring. Human tofu blocks are not good mascots. Last of Us, Detroit Become Human. I mean, Detroit Become Human was literally robots that came off an assembly line. I can't tell you other than girl or brushy guy, but Crash is a furry potato boy. Spyro is a cute little purple dragon. Astro is an adorable robot. Make that persist. All things said, Sony already covered that with Spider-Man. It's easier to do all of that with an already established character than you can use for mainstream appeal. Problem is, all of Sony's mascots tend to highlight the company. You say Last of Us, you think Naughty Dog. Spider-Man is Marvel. Yeah, you can't really. That doesn't work. You can't use Spider-Man as Sony's mascot. Astrobot and Kratos are the only ones I hear, and I think Sony and Aloy. I do think Horizon. But I also kind of know her. It's kind of funny. Like you say God of War, and I think Kratos. You say Horizon, and I think Horizon. Like, I have to remember that it's Aloy. Counterpoint, RE2 tofu mood. Yeah, Marcos. See what I mean? That's the number. If you ever needed rugs, that's the phone number. And it's been the phone number for decades. But because it's the song, everybody remembers it. It's kind of boring. Yeah, I think it's boring when the mascot's a human. I think it's a little bit boring. That's why I say, like, Lara Croft kind of works as a recurring character, but as a mascot, the only way I think Lara Croft works as a mascot is if you cute her up. And I don't mean cute her up like give her makeup and make her pretty. For the love of God, last thing I need is somebody trying to say that that's what I'm saying. What I mean is like you chibi her up. I don't have it. Do I have it here? It might be in there. It might be out somewhere else. I have a little Lara Croft figurine. That's adorable. It's like a little chibi Lara, and it's great. It came with like a box set that was with it was for like a Tomb Raider mobile game or something, and it's a little chibi Lara figurine, and it's great. And like that's the sort of thing. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. It's not up here, right? I thought I had it. Is it, and it's not back there. No, I think I have it upstairs. Lara Croft small figure. Oh my god, I'm gonna get like small figure. It's this one. Temple of Osiris. That's what it came with. Temple of Osiris figure. I bought 2 of these because I thought they were adorable. This one. Here, I'll give you the somebody has it on eBay. I'll give you the eBay listing. Oh my god, it's always such a gigantic link. I don't know how to make those links smaller. Like look, like imagine you're playing Uncharted. And these are little figurines that are around the game that you have to find. It's like, oh, look at that. They're little Lara Crofts. And that becomes, like, that's where I think a human character is fine. Craig, let's call them. Another issue Sony and Microsoft created. This slash price is too fast. Now, paper is great for players and franchise numbers, but also means that sales don't benefit the franchise's overall health. Many Sony and Microsoft games later go on sale to sell well because they get sliced to 30 to 20 in a month. Meanwhile, we get annoyed at Nintendo's lack of sales because those sales are almost always full price. And in reality, Dragoon, they would actually do better if they didn't cut prices and just started the games at $40 and $50. More people would engage in them faster at $40 and $50. And then 2 years from now, when the price is still $40, they would say, that's fine. It's still cheaper than a lot of other games. Right? You don't need Helldivers to go on sale because if Helldivers is still popular a year from now, $40 is still cheaper than half of the games out there. Oh, you say that? But then Sony's been trying to make you think of them when hearing Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, they're trying. So they can work in both ways. It's Sony not pushing. Yeah, it's Sony not pushing into the mascots. That's the problem. I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why they didn't do that. Why? And again, it boggles my mind because they're a Japanese company, and Japanese everything has a mascot to it. So why would they have for that? Why would they have this mindset of, well, we don't want mascots. They're too childish. No, they're not too childish. I mean, some of them are. Yeah, if Call of Duty, if you make a little pink Captain Price, a little chibi pink Captain Price for the Call of Duty mask, which Call of Duty's not Sony, but you see what I mean. That's not going to fly over very well. That's not going to work, right? A chibi Nathan Drake that looks like Kirby isn't really going to do really well. That's going to be like, oh yeah, that's a little kiddie-ish for the Uncharted series. But it gets people's minds going. It creates a connection between a group of people and a group of games. How do we go up? Sony has always been a bigger third party company than first party. The first parties just help the exclusive libraries, but they could still do it. They can still do it, and like Lilac was saying earlier, you did have these franchisable characters. You did have Sly, Ratchet and Clank, and Jak and Daxter all at once. And you did have something where you could cross-promote them, and then you eventually had Little Big Planet, and now you got Astrobot. And you did have these moments where they could do that. And even Kratos, like even God of War, Dad of War, you had a character that you could sort of I mean, God of War is kind of, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know the exact situations with games like God of War because that's definitely Sony. But isn't that like Santa Monica Studios? They're an in-house second party company. I think that's how they work. I'd consider Cloud to be a Sony mascot. See, I mean, definitely not a Sony mascot because that's a Square Enix character. But you think of Sony when you see Cloud for the most part. I think his PlayStation did crossover. Uncharted referenced Lara and Tomb Raider several times. Uncharted 4 even put a boulder chase from Crash 1 in it. The Last of Us put Jack and Daxter posters at Uncharted board games in it. Okay, so they did do that. To some extent. So they brought up past mascots, but they chose not to stick with one as they want to continue to evolve. So yeah, so like that. So that's probably the problem then. They did do that sort of stuff. So the issue is probably then going to be that they just didn't lean into it enough. They didn't pick one. You only really need one. And then you kind of branch off into other things. So before Sony not pushing it. Yeah, if you think Xbox, you think Master Chief, but Master Chief is Bungie. Xbox pushed into him as their mascot while they had the exclusivity. Fully here now. Funny enough, I'm just playing Jack X online. I kind of sad to hear $60 for a game. That's no longer an absurd price. If anything, all companies are trying so hard to tell you that that's actually a low price. Yeah, I mean we've seen that. We've moved the bar enough. The problem is AGM. Now we're seeing games come out at $40 and $50, and they're terrific experiences. Or like they were saying before, they come out at $70, and in a couple of months they go on sale for $20 less, and people just wait, and which tells me that those games could have been $50. Marcos with the 3 stream streak. Thank you so much. The irony is a lot of Sony games we're calling back to even aren't owned by Sony anymore, which is, and I'm just, I know that a lot of them have moved on and they've become non-Sony properties. My point is that when they were considered Sony properties and when they maybe even were Sony properties, they didn't take the opportunity to take advantage of those characters and say, these are our characters. This is who we are. Miyamoto wanted every piece of hardware to have its own mascot, and the upper heads of Nintendo said, no, more Mario. More Mario. You can do that. You can try and make a premiere thing for other consoles, but realistically, no, it's going to be your best bet would have been to have Mario team up with whatever the character was associated to that console. If you had Mario, you had remember in the comics, remember in the Nintendo Power, you had the comics, Howard and Nestor. If you would have had Mario team up with Nestor, or you had Nestor in a game, you say, oh, okay, he's like the little kid. That's Nestor, right? He's teamed up with Mario. And then in the Super Nintendo era, you have Mario team up with a different character. You have a character that is made for the Super Nintendo era, and you do that. But then you give those characters their own identity, but then you have Mario as the thread that connects them all. And I'm not saying that those characters are in every Mario game. I'm just saying that every once in a while you have those characters associate with Mario. Yeah, Mr. Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch you could consider a mascot for the Game & Watch system. They should bring back Nestor. There you go. Bring back Captain N. There we go. Just bring back Captain N. Just do it all. There you go. New Captain N game. The way Astrobot's going to bring everything together, just give me a new Captain N. There we go. Disc-kun was the mascot for the Famicom disk drive. That's right. Well, I mean, Mario doesn't fit everything. Reminder that Splatoon was going to be the Mario paintball style game until the younger staff settled on the Squid Kids. And perfect call, by the way. Perfect call with that. I mean, that was a good idea. It was good to separate that. And that's what I mean. You would still keep Mario separate as a franchise from everything else. But every once, Mario, again, there was this reputation where Mario would just pop up in other games. I wonder what the last time Mario popped up in a different game was. Captain Falcon was supposed to be the mascot for the SNES. Really? I don't know if I see that. See, I feel like I feel like a mascot for the SNES era would have had to had Super in the name because that was their whole gimmick. Even the Famicom, whether it was the Super Famicom or the Super Nintendo, Super was the gimmick. So all of their versions of those games were Super, and I feel like a Super Nintendo mascot should have had Super somewhere in the name. It should have been a superhero. It should have been a superhero. I'm okay, Sleepwalker. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Think about it now. Rob could have been Nintendo's. I think they wanted to try that, Sky. The problem was Rob just wasn't great. Rob wasn't great at all. Yeah, you got Super Mario. That kind of still works. Mega Man X. Yeah, that's Capcom. You wouldn't have been able to do that with Mega Man. Like Captain Falcon wouldn't have been a really bad idea. Like I'm trying to think of what. In all seriousness, if you wanted to show off the real power of the SNES and what it could have been capable of, assuming they would have leaned into it a little bit more, I think Star Fox could have actually become Super Nintendo's mascot. I think Star Fox, for the quality of game that was, despite the low frame rate, it was extremely popular. It was extremely well received as a potential powerhouse game. Like it felt like it showed off what the Super Nintendo could have been for Star Fox. I the one thing I always kind of complained about with Star Fox was that with Nintendo with Star Fox was that they didn't do more. How was there only one Star Fox game? Like I know there was a second one and it never actually came out, but it's weird to me that you didn't do more with Star Fox. Yeah, you talk about pricing again. Yeah, I remember the FX game, the FX chip games cost like $100, and they didn't all have to be FX games. That's the thing. The FX games were still kind of right. We all played Stunt Race, but you could have done Star Fox. Like let's say you make another Star Fox game and you pull them out of the FX era, and you say, okay, well we got we have a regular game, like a regular space shooter type game or something with Super FX 3D moments. Because that technology eventually got better. You had stuff like that was relatively simple that didn't require the FX chip later on, right? You had games like Final Fantasy VI where you had the minecart scene, and that didn't require the FX chip, but it was a really cool scene. It could have been something. I don't know. I feel like there's more that you could have done. Can I ask you a question? Did you ever talk about something and then you have a revelation and you think, has that been there the whole time and I didn't really see that? You ever do that? Was he called Star Fox because he was the promotion for the Super FX chip? Was he SFX because that game was the promotion for that chip? I'm a little mad at myself right now. What's a Star Fox? We had Lilac Wars. I'm a little mad. Was that the Star Fox chip? I'm a little upset. I'm a little annoyed. It's like, yeah, this is like realizing a bunch of DS games can be shortened to Dawn of Sorrow. I thought that the first time I looked at Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. I said Dawn of Sorrow. A bunch of DS games can be shortened to DS. I thought that the first time I saw Dawn of Sorrow, I was like, oh, Dawn of Sorrow. Okay, that's kind of a cool name. And then it made sense, right? The other one was called Aria of Sorrow. And so it just kind of, oh, okay, Dawn of Sorrow. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, it's DS. Oh. Or 3DS games to 3D. Well, that was just 3D. I mean, that was the whole 3D thing was no different than Super Nintendo games were called Super, N64 games were called 64. Like, that was just the same thing. I. Oh, Dream Drop distance was the 3D. Oh, I'm mad. Kingdom Hearts 3D Triple Deluxe. Oh, God. Oh, okay. No, that actually kind of works too further on because like you had like Star Fox Zero because it was Star Fox and zero people liked it. Oh, okay, that's actually kind of clever. All right, hold on. That one's actually kind of clever. I like that one. I think I think that's an interesting way to do that. Hmm. I like that they could just shorten it to you could take Star Fox Zero and then shorten it to Worthless. Oh, okay. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. A good naming convention. And then the Wii U just stopped trying and called the game whatever you. Lilac. If I could go back in time, I would make an awesome game for the Wii called Screw. And then I would put the sequel on the next system. Okay. Give me 1 second here. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run to the restroom. And then when I come back, we are going to jump into... we're going to jump back in. We're going to jump into Smash Brothers. We'll figure out what to do as far as the game mode. But give me a few minutes, and I will be right back. Okay. Need a logo fighting game. I think people have tried that before. Like a mascot, like an IRL mascot fighting game where it's like Ronald McDonald and Wendy's, and I think people have tried stuff like that before. I'm pretty sure people have made stuff like that. Is Mugen still a thing? Is that still a thing? I'm pretty sure people have done that stuff. Gonna head out now, get a little more sleep later. Kia, have a good one. Give me 1 second here. Mugen still exists, yeah? The guy from Samurai Champloo? No, the train they rode in Demon Slayer. Okay. My leverless came in. Wait, leverless? What was that? Oh, Star Fox saying first game came out in '93 and the sequel was planned for release, but the N64 came out in '96. Nintendo, to be fair, many companies did this back then and still do. Figured rather than send Star Fox 2 out to die, might not have. To be fair, it was better to have them shift to the new hardware. People are like, oh, the OG SNES game did when it released. Yeah, I mean that you see that sort of thing happen all the time, and they become late releases. I don't know. I think at the same time though, I think maybe Nintendo underestimated the popularity of the brand, because when you talk about late releases and games that didn't really get any support because of it. Oh look, speaking of Star Fox, you usually start talking about games that are not familiar. You know, when you look at games that are late releases that are really, really good. There's one that I'm trying to think of for the NES that I always remember was a decent game, but it was considered a late release, or it was a late release. It's one of the really expensive ones. What are some of the really expensive NES games? It was an NES game. Landmaster. There was a. No. Well, Kirby's Adventure was a late release. That's probably a good example. Damn. No, I don't think it was first party. It's one of the ones that was always like, it used to be very expensive, but it was a late release game that was really good. But because it was a new franchise that no one ever heard of, it wasn't really popular. But then you had Kirby's Adventure, which I believe was also a late release, and that was a relatively well-known game. I think Nintendo probably underestimated how even in a late release situation, people would still attach themselves to a game. You know, the thing about late releases is that the most people have your console. And I wonder if they kind of realize that now. You know, if a first-party game comes out now for the Switch 1, they're going to say, oh, it's a late release. Yeah, but 140 million people have the console. Let's do top 2. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get the rules going first here. Room music? I forget what did we have set for music? I don't remember what we put. Do. What do we want for room music? I don't know. Persona? Sonic? Everybody's about Sonic Racing. There we go. I hope I don't get in trouble for this. 4 stock. Oh, no. 4-player is timed. 4-player's timed. 4-player practice. Edit. Timed FS meter. We'll do off. What do we do? Items. We have items on none. We'll do FS meter off. Random state selection. Show damage percentage. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Show score percentage. Team attack. No. Stage hazards. On. Oh wait. Stage hazards doesn't matter if we do like battlefield level. That's okay. No, if I wanted to do chaos, I would double the launch rate. Chaos is doubling the launch rate. Everybody. Yeah, I think we're good to go there. Oh, let me go back up. For Pride, a bunch of Final Fantasy 14 Vision Discord and organize an event. Oh, hold on, let me change my character here. We played with Daisy last time. Who are we thinking? What are we thinking? We got somebody new. We got somebody we know. Let's start with we'll start with Villager for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. We use Oceanic servers so that all NA and EU could join together, do 24-hour fishing trip around the world, catching 61 rare fish. This is a picture of what will appear in the Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Uh, 84SYJ. SYJ. Not a ton of people today. Uh-oh. I mean, they releases, we do know this succeed, especially back then. When you look into a lot of late NES or SNES sequel games, I feel erased, I feel eased to unanimous. Why isn't this on the Nexus? Honestly, I don't know about that. I think that there's a lot of games that were like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I don't look at Kirby's Adventure and say, why the hell was this here? Oh, wait, we're like lagging. What's up? Woo! Whoa. Yeah, why are we doing so bad right now with the lag? Ow, ow. Oh, can I not play in a tree there? No. Ow, ow, ow. What's happening? Why is it so bad? Ow. It's not me, right? Is that a helicopter from Dragon Ball? What is that? I don't know. Why am I getting a Dragon Ball vibe when I look at that helicopter? Whoa. Boy, with the lower launch percentage, it's impossible, and the lag isn't helping. I wonder why it's so laggy right now. Yeah, it's a very Toriyama style vehicle. Oh, no way, you missed that. Yeah, and the text on the side. That's kind of funny. It does really look like that too. Oh, no! Come on, get him out of here! Why? No way the tree doesn't launch him. Oh my God. No. Come on. No.
4, 3, 2, 1, time.
No. Did you not have a death at all? Because our mascot talk, I'll be playing mascots today. I played Earthbound and Foresight. Wait. I've played Earthbound. Oh, I've played Earthbound and Foresight was not this big. All right, still more room. Still 4 more slots available if people want to get in. If we don't have a lot of people, we'll just do this for a little while, and then we'll switch over to Mario Kart or something else. I mean, I can move the PS5 and we can play X Defiant, but I don't think anybody wants to do that. It's the window. I haven't played Helldivers in a while. It's still laggy. Is this me that's causing the lag? Ow, ow, ow. No. I heard you're playing Unicorn Overload. Oh, I finished Unicorn Overload a while back. I finished it like, yeah, that was a priority game. When I finally picked it up, I was like, yeah, I'm playing this. Yeah, I played through it already. Oh, it's amazing. It's so good. It's got just the right balance of everything that I want out of that kind of a game. It was a very interesting story. Like, everything about that game was just great. No, my tree! Whoa! Oh, that was a triple. Oh my God! Oh, you get him out of there! Oh no! No! Whoa! Wait, did I get credit for that kill? Oh my God, what the hell happened there? Whoa. Oh no! Stop hitting me! No, no, I'm a child! Oh no! Okay, Link, I feel bad for Link right there. Ow! No! No! Oh! Oh! Oh, no. No! No!
Time.
Who's playing on Wi-Fi? I hope I'm not. Am I? I don't think I am. I've been kind of taking my time with it. I only just started with Elheim. Yeah, I like freed all of the regions. I think technically 100% in that game. There's a Coliseum that I did. Like I did everything in that game. It's such a great game. You know what I love about it? Skynight, the character design I think is incredible. All right. Yeah, we still got just 4 people. Hold on, give me a second here. Let me double check something here. No, I'm on Wired. Changing characters? Oh! Marcos, you left. Rob heard Uncle say he wasn't really a mascot and took it personally. Oh, hold on. Oh, damn it. Oh, Trios just got home after a rather busy day. Oh, you're almost done, Trios? You're almost done for the year, right? Okay. Okay. What is it with you? Oh, my God. Link just hates nature, man. What is it with Link and nature that he can't stand it? Right? If he's not chopping down bushes, he's attacking my tree. Ow! What? No way! The Revenge of the Tree! Oh my God, did you take that from me? Oh, I got that. Okay, woo! He needs those trees to build Tarrytown. Oh, that's right. He's after materials. It's not personal against the tree. Okay, what's happening here? Oh no. Oh no. I'd say work trip more than 40%. Oh, kids get their grade at school and coming Thursday, and I go to work trip to Sweden on Friday. Is that the one that you said that like they're gonna have a little bit of work and then they're gonna give you like, downtime afterwards? And it made me jealous. I don't even want to go to Sweden. Like Sweden's not a place that I've said, you know, oh, there's stuff that I want to see in Sweden or do there. But I'm still, if I had a chance to go, I would go. Ow! Oh! Oh, he hit me and it like canceled the hitbox for my bowling ball. I didn't know that was a thing.
3, 2, 1, time.
Oh! I'd say work, yeah. It's more like 40% for work and the rest is leisure. I mean, that sounds incredible. There we go. Got a couple more. So what's the plan for the weekend? What's everybody up to this weekend? What are you going to be playing? What are you going to be doing? Gonna finish Final Fantasy IX, working, finishing Paper Mario. Ooh. Work, probably finished a pit, but we'll see. Hotel and flight. Ooh, hotel is flight and flight is covered by my union. So I figure why not? Oh my god, yeah, that sounds so good. Oh, I don't know if I said, my hotel situation has been sorted out for Too Many Games. So I should be at Too Many Games Friday and Saturday. And I'm going to leave Sunday morning, but I'm not going to go to the convention that day. So everything should be planned out okay. I just have to pay for it all. But what hotel? The one near that starts with an H. Message me later. I'll let you know. I tend to finish Skyward Sword and keep up with Final Fantasy VIII stream. Which is Skyward Sword for the Switch? Are you playing the Switch version? I still don't know what I'm gonna do. That's always a good weekend, though, Ronan. Those are always the fun ones. The only problem with those weekends, Ronan, is like you don't know what you're gonna do, so you feel like you have all of this free time, and then you end up playing X Defiant all weekend, and then you feel like you wasted it. This June is when I intend. So this month is what you're saying, because it's June. Is when I intend to start Chrono Trigger as my summer RPG. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. My goal is at some point this year to beat Final Fantasy VI, so maybe I'll try that for the 4th or 5th time. Also going to be playing Wonder, since I do want the Peach icon from the NSO, and I have to play this. I have to play it this weekend. Oh, okay. I'm asking myself so we can have some nice hangout session. Oh yeah. We'll definitely hang out. See, Ronan, who knows? I might just play more X Defiant. I mean, I'm gonna play. It's Ronan. They're doing double XP weapons again. So I tried using snipers and marksman rifles. Man, that ain't cutting it for me. Those guns just aren't cutting it for me. I'm all SMG, AR, and sometimes I use a shotgun. Midnight to Monday morning, I'm going to try to see the planet thing in the sky. Oh, the alignment, right? Is an alignment coming up? Summer of Chrono Trigger. That is a good summer. Yeah, Adam, that's what happened with my with the solar eclipse. I got to see a little bit of it. I saw a little sliver of the solar eclipse. I always get to the first party split. I play a few hours past that, just lose interest, which is a shame. It is a shame because the game is actually very, very good. Getting about 1,000 Year Door in Sweden and starting it on the flight home. Interesting. Yeah, snipers require practice. Ronan, I like snipers, but I need downtime to use a sniper. And games like X Defiant are way too fast. Like snipers in Warzone, when I was playing Warzone, that was fine because the Battle Royale is relatively slow. My only problem with X Defiant is that there's just not a huge variety of game modes. So I'm kind of like, I do wish there was a better single-player mode. I do wish there was some other single-player stuff you can do. I wish there was not particularly a large Battle Royale mode, but I would like for there to be, 20 versus 20 or something. I do like those kind of modes. Hey, 420. Yeah, X Defiant taking up less space than COD is a huge plus. I haven't been able to find 1,000 Year Door. Wait, really? You can't even find it? Ugh. I like when I play at 6, but I know it's blasphemy. I don't find the cast as engaging or interesting as others seem to be. You grow into the cast. You know what I mean? You don't just start there. You don't just start like, wow, these are all great characters. Like, you kind of grow into it. Whoa. Ow. Oh! What? Ow, ow, ow. Leave me alone. No! Ow. The hell? Okay, stop. Villager, stop doing that. Ow! No! Oh my God! Why? Since when can Mega Man uppercut like that? Oh wait, Mega Man X2. Sorry. Oh, only got two. Only got one, I mean. Ow. Ow. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, that was you that hit him. I thought he ran into my tree. Oh no! Stay in. Oh my God, Charmander. Oh no! 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 Oh, I win that if you don't uppercut me right there. Oh my God! Always remember an umbrella. So time takes the grind the cards. I'll be able to. Oh wait. COD multiplayer had a ton of modes and nobody played them. Yeah, I know. So the time it takes to grind the cards to be able to get through the game and buy the ammo. Wait, grind the cards? Already seen. I think the direct is going to come out in the next couple weeks. Yeah, yeah. It's like people joke. They're just joking around. AGM, just joking around. Seeing others play and beat 6 SUV, for instance, and again, besides Terra, there's really no click with me besides. Oh, that's neat. I don't think it's the game's fault. Combo of its pretty legendary reputation and its own presence in Final Fantasy games. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the characters have a. There's more. To be fair, there's also a little bit more character growth than we were probably used to at that time. But there are some very touching moments. Time is it? 12:39. All right, so we'll go to about 1 o'clock. And if we don't get more people, then we'll switch over. Unless you guys want to keep playing, we'll probably switch over, play Mario Kart or something, just something to change it up a little bit. Oh no! Oh, I almost lost there. Ow! Oh, what? I ran it. Oh my God! Hold on. This is very disorienting, by the way. Oh, jeez. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ow. No, no! Oh! Stop hitting me! Oh, people taking my kills, man. Okay. Oh. Damn it. I need some of those kills to survive and win. Ow! How? I've died 3 times and I have no kills. Stop doing that, villager. Oh my, okay. Oh no, I only got one of those. No. No. No, Mega Man. I did terrible. 6 legendary status, many greatest Final Fantasy game of all time. It doesn't click for me. So many attempts. I get nervous and wonder, am I the weird one? No, I mean you don't have to really think that. Like I love 4, enjoy 3 besides. Door 7, 9. The Dot 9 was great. I enjoyed 13, but I just can't get into say. I mean, that's there's just probably something there you're not clicking with. That's all right. It's totally fine. I feel the same way about Earthbound. My stepdad's been in the hospital this week for a knee replacement. Spending time with him tomorrow. Bring him Smash Bros. Bring him Smash Bros. Play Smash Bros with him. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, you blew up my tree. Play a better game that isn't Smash Bros. Oh, sounds like Xify. No, wait, he's in the hospital. You gotta bring him, oh my god. You gotta bring him your Wii U, your Wii, and bring him Trauma Center under the knife. What the heck? Oh! Oh! What did I just do there? I think I just stole 2 of them. Okay, villager, can you turn around for a second there? Ow. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, wait. I'm gonna stand right here, wait for everything to flip back over. Okay. Can we stop with this? This is insane. Oh, what the heck? Oh, get over, villager! my tree. Oh no! Oh, that was my only death. Damn. I gotta had a clean sweep there. Oh no, I had to take that one. I think that was my only death. Was that my only death? That was my only death. Oh, if I would have played it safe there, I would have done 6-0. Ugh. Only got 3 uppercuts. It was my headache. He's out of he's out of the hospital now and at home. Fear of hospitals. Me. Oh wait, you have Fear of hospital. I do have the entire Trauma Center series. I think it's time to play Trauma Center, right? I think it's time he goes under the knife on the Wii. Oh wait, I'm not playing. I played that. I only played the. Is it the first one or the second one? What was Trauma Center Under the Knife? I think that was the one that I played. What's this? The game, the meme game. Wait, you mean the game with the Squidward meme song? Wait, what? Oh, Bowser's cleaning house. Whoa. Oh, the one song from Trauma Center was using an early YouTube meme. Oh, okay. Speaking of actually playing games I actually have, I've yet to boot up Freedom Planet, even though I've had the game for almost 2 years. I mean, I know I've got a handful of games that are like that. I had a stack of games that were still in the plastic. Like when I finally played Final Fantasy VII Remake last year, I bought it like 2 years prior. It was still in the plastic the whole time. Three Houses was a game that I played after sitting in the plastic for years. I still have the oh my god, oh no, you saved them. I still have the Mario All-Stars 3D collection in the plastic. I just haven't opened it. It was just Squidward's face from when Sandy says SpongeBob is missing and a bunch of video edits and effects. I mean, that sounds like an early YouTube meme. Uppercutting people with Luigi is just the greatest feeling. Dragoon Theo, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciate that. Codes up if you wanna pop on in for some games. I have a Middle Eastern English copy of Mario 3D All-Stars in my shelf. Amazon is wild. Yeah, Amazon's kind of interesting with that. The Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game that I bought, I'm pretty sure is like a reprint. It's like a plain white inside cover. So I guess it's a reprint or something. I've quite the backlog too. I've yet to play Xenoblade 2, and I've had that for at least 3 years. I haven't played... I have Xenoblade 3, but I don't have 2, so I don't want to play it until I play 2. I have the whole Kingdom Hearts thing. The story so far, the thing, it's like the big box with, it's the story so far, and then I also have 3, and I think they're still in plastic. I just haven't opened them, because I mean, that's going to be like a life commitment in order to get through that entire collection. I need to take a month off of work in order to do that. Especially since I'd have to start with the first one again. I really don't want to play Atlantica. I need to beat Xenoblade 3 at some point. I started it, but it came out at a bad time for me because it's long. I'm waiting for a better window to restart it.
3, 2, 1.
There's no way there's reprints for Xenoblade 3. I feel the game just came out. The version that I have looks very plain. Like, something about the cover looks off. Like, it looks like it's like a reprint or something. I'll show it to you when I get it. If the next time I win, I'll be able to get up and I'll go and grab it and I'll show it to you. Oh no, why did you do that, villager? No. Ow. Okay, oh my god. Whoa! That scared the hell out of me. Woo! Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Ow! Oh! Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, it's cleaning the house. Oh! Oh my god! I didn't have a chance to react. He just sucker punched me. Oh! Luigi's cleaning house. Wait a minute. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, what? Oh, wait. All those adventures in Thousand Year Door are paying off. Oh! Ow. How many? Oh, one. So there's Under the Knife and Under the Knife 2 on DS. There's a remake of Under the Knife on Wii. Second Opinion, that's the one. Okay, I think I have that. Best remake name ever. Yeah, New Blood and Trauma Team. I have 2 of them. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Three, two, one, go!
Sage is asleep on a couch, so I walk by. He's like, "Arr, arr." So I have Under the Knife and New Blood. But I don't think I played New Blood. So you're saying there's Under the Knife 1 and 2. I have 1. I don't have Under the Knife 2. a remake of Under the Knife. Oh, Second Opinion is the remake of Under the Knife. And then New Blood and Trauma Team. So I would need Under the Knife 2 and Trauma Team. Because I have Under the Knife 1. I don't need the remake. And I have New Blood. Yeah, Sage, leave me alone. No, Sky Knight, it's more like, are you going upstairs? Is that because that's where his food is? I have his food upstairs. So whenever I walk by, it's like, are you going upstairs? You whistling the Dreamland song made me think of the two best friends. Oh wait, is that a thing, or are you talking about two friends of yours? Father, I crave cheddar. Yeah, no, he Sage is like food all the time. I sit down at the computer and I feel on my leg. It's him, and he's reaching up because he wants treats. And it's not like, oh, you know, Dad, no, don't sit here. Sit on the couch with me. And then I give him treats, and he's fine. And then he goes back to the couch, and he falls asleep, or he goes somewhere else. Yeah, it's just cats in general. Oh, Two Best Friend Plays was the one with Matt and Pat. Oh, okay. Yeah. I miss having a cat. I mean, I would say get another one. I would say get a cat, but it seems like you kind of travel around and stuff, so that's always kind of difficult. They stopped a while ago because they weren't friends anymore? Really? I need a place. And I need a place of my own before I even entertain the idea. eBay's already charging for the Canadian cover of Paper Mario. People really didn't notice that you can print it. Oh, for the Nintendo cover, the one that you can download for free. You know what I thought about doing? I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, actually. Because I did that. I did the point that you can download the other cover for it. I thought about going to like a Staples and getting 100 covers printed on like heavy stock paper, like something that feels like a cover, and getting it on heavy stock paper. And then when I go to too many games, just hand them out to people. Just like, oh yeah, would you like a cover for your Paper Mario 1000-Year Door? Because not everybody has a printer, right? Like I see that and it's like, oh, that's great. I have the file. Who the hell has a printer? Who under 30 has a printer in their house? And who has the heavy stock paper that feels like a video game cover? Most people just don't need it. Again, if you have it for work or something, that makes sense. But the average person, like, think about it. When's the last time you needed to print something? Okay. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me stop talking here. Okay. What is happening right here with these tornadoes? Oh, no way that cancels out my thingy again. Ow. We have a place not far. You can take a USB and print up to 100 pages. Yeah, see, that's what I would probably do. But then not everybody's going to do that. Not everybody has a place like that near them. Even I would have to go a little bit out of my way to get to the Staples. But if I can do that, go do that, and then just at too many games, just hand them out. Like, hey, would you like a cover for your Paper Mario 1000-Year Door? I'll finally get cards. I'll finally get like business cards for myself for the channel, and then I'll hand those out with them. Ow! 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 Oh my, okay. Ah. Okay, this tornado thing is crazy. Oh! Oh, wait! He hit Luigi. Oh, my God. What a timing. What timing on that shot. Ow, ow, ow. I wonder if Pac-Man drops the fire hydrant and then I hit the fire hydrant and it kills somebody, I get the kill for that, right? I mentioned the comment SUV returns Mario Party that said Johnny Elliott aren't brothers anymore. Oh, is it referencing what Wooly said? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like it'd be a pretty interesting thing to do. Just to, you know, because, yeah, I think a lot of people don't really have printers. Yeah, see, Trios, me all the time at work. So if you don't have a job that has a printer, or you don't have one at home, like you don't have a reason to have one at home, and especially if you just don't have the paper, like even if you have a printer at work, you probably don't have the paper that's going to be like the hard paper stock the way a game cover would have. Oh, Executive, are you trying to change? All right. Let us know if you're going to try and change your character or something. We need to wait a little bit. What time is it? It's 1:03. I mean, again, I'll leave it to you guys if you want to keep playing, if you want to switch over to something else. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, villager! I hate when I do that. Ah. What? Oh, no way. Oh my God. I'm getting bullied. Oh! Oh! Ow. Okay. All right. Oh no. What? Oh, that counted as his grab. Ow! The crap out of me. Oh, that was sick. Here, do it again. What the heck was that? I like hit every item. You see that? I don't know. That was a thing you could do. Okay. Ow! Okay. That's what you get.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
How we do? Unlife 2 and Trauma Team didn't release here in the UK, which sucks. But I imported anyway. They're pretty expensive now. That's a franchise that I think is kind of fun and unique. Oh wait, did we need to change it all? There isn't really anybody else, Executor. So that we still have room in the lobby. Did you want to switch? Did you want to switch to Mario Kart or something?
3, 2, 1, go!
Ow. Ow, ow. Whoa, what the heck was that? What did I just do there? What the hell was that? Meow. What the heck? What? Woo! Down for Mario Kart? All right, we'll do this one, and then we'll go one more. Ow, ow. Whoa, what the heck? What level is this? How? Oh, this is Spring Stadium from ARMS. No wonder I've never seen it before. Oh, so when you jump off of them, oh, and that hits, I guess. Oh no! Oh, I literally walked into that. Oh, I still won. Boiling fruit says it got more frozen than I expected during the night, so I have time to kill. Jack X is insanely unbalanced. Has first place weapons. Get second place. You get killed as soon as you respawn. I find it more enjoyable than Mario Kart. See, because you enjoy the chaos, maybe, Ronan. All right, so I'll let you guys fight out one more, and then we'll switch over to Mario Kart. Oh wait, never mind. Executor, did you want to get in? Hold on, I'll let it linger, and then Executor, you can get in. Here. I'll sideline it. I'll give you guys one more fight. Wait, are you guys not fighting? If you're not going to fight, we'll just switch over to Mario Kart. I was stepping out so that you can all... The hell was that? I was stepping out so that you guys could have a fight. All right, so now we'll switch over then. No, executives said they weren't fighting, so... I was a magnet for uppercuts. What the hell is the matter with you? Alright, so now I have to... look at all the scrolling that I have to do. Look at how far I had to go. Oh, I did the Final Fantasies group. So I have 1 through 8. I gotta add 9 in there. I'll eventually get all of them. And then this month for the Nintendo Direct, they're going to announce all 13 games for the Switch. So I'll get those on there too. I have to actually go into the game. I have so many folders organized by importance to me. If only, Marcos, if only there was a way to put your folders into a folder so that you could organize them more. Ash from GVG is a massive fan of 13. That's why I'm genuinely curious about, like, if they're more accessible. I'm genuinely curious about getting them and picking them up, giving them a try. Like, again, I tried before and I wasn't vibing with it. Friends, create room. I would like to create a room. We played Rosalina last time for some reason. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Come on. They're accessible to everyone but Switch and PlayStation, which are literally the only two that I would want. Like, I know they're on Steam. I think they're on Steam. I just don't care. And then I have them on, I have it on the 360, and I have it on PS3. PS3, I have 13.1 and 13.2. Xbox, I have just 13. I'm giving you time to get in. Sorry, I'm talking to somebody, dealing with something really quick. They're on Steam, and the 360 version plays on the Xbox. Oh, the 360 version plays on the Xbox Series. Interesting. Saw a commercial for Daisy brand cottage cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I do have the. I do still have Mark's Xbox Series X. I don't have a series. I don't have an Xbox One. I never had an Xbox One. Did some retro hunting this week and scored a copy of Tales of Fantasia for the Super Famicom. Am I honest? I think 13. Ronan, I mean, most people most people feel that way about 13. I don't know. I think that I will admit that part of my dislike for 13 was kind of, I wasn't really a fan of the aesthetic of it all and sort of the presentation of it all, but I'm curious to see if I go back to it, how I'd feel about it now. You know, now that I've had more games that sort of feel different, and I'm going to be more open to it. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see what would happen if I go back. But originally, I played it for about 10 hours, and everybody kept saying that it felt like it opens up later, and I was not patient enough to get to whenever that was. I'm going to go random for now. Hang on a second. I got to change category here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Okay. I watched my brother 13 one. It looked okay, but a lot of the characters were unlikable to me. I mean, the only character I really remember was the guy with the afro and the chocobo in his hair. Alright, I gotta remember how to play this. You know. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, good lord. Oh, ah. Hold on. We didn't change any of the items, so I don't want to get zapped. That does me no good. No! This is exactly what Bangkok looks like. This is basically 1-to-1, huh? Ow. Oh no! Go, go, go. Oh, come on. The bullet ends just in time for the blue shell to hit me. No! Oh my god, it was terrible. I'm gonna drop now. I gotta get some food. Had a blast as always. Have fun, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Later, Benji. Have a good one. If I didn't miss you, I hope I didn't miss you there. Every time I watch streams, Let's Plays at 13. Did everyone die and become? Well, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. Hey, there we go. Wish different Haunted stuff was one of the things they added. Daisy could have. Hey, I'm Daisy. Yeah, that would be kind of cool if you had. I feel like that's the sort of thing you'd have if this was a live service game, right? Oh, you can buy new things for them to say and new emotes and little things that pop up, and it'd be all this little microtransaction stuff. Well, other companies would do that. Nintendo would just say, here's a little catalog of things you can earn, like in Splatoon. I would love to have that, though. Oh my god, I hit somebody. Oh! Oh no! Okay, I'm getting annihilated. How do I hit him with a fireball? Her? And she still drives ahead of me. But Metal Mario there's throwing fireballs and I lose a place. Whoa. Go, go, go. Whoa. Oh, no. Ah. Didn't hand his DLC. Well, when they decided to I feel they'd release an incomplete game and then free updates that bring it up to where it should be at base roster. I mean, they've done that before. You hear on the latest Splatoon 3 catalog seems to be hinting that we're about to get the last major Splatfest, which seems to be desert themed, as they found desert repeated assets in new fest. No, I haven't seen anything. I haven't. I played Splatoon a few weeks ago, a little bit of Salmon Run, and then I haven't really been playing it. There's just, I don't know, I'm so limited on time to play things and do things. There's so many games that I was like excited to play. I had started playing Persona 5 Tactica and I was enjoying it like for the few hours that I played it. Then I get bogged down with other things and then I haven't been able to do anything. Ow, come on. I don't get a single rupee off of that. Come on, no way. Okay, my boomerang clearly went through them and it didn't hit them. I can't grab a rupee to save my life. There we go. Holy smokes. Rupees. rupees. What the heck hit me? Oh, the stupid boomerang. Oh. Hey, on brand. It's so limited on time, man. I feel that. The finale catalog item seems to be a big group. Oh, a big group pose emote. Splatoon's consequences on the Mario sports games and ARMS as a whole have been disastrous. Nothing else makes me madder than getting destroyed in Splatoon. Secret ending to Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. All of Luigi's party members gang up and beat him down. Also, not be shocked that Splatoon takes a break after 3, so there could be a new Animal Crossing. They share the same dev team. I don't think it would take a. I mean, I think it would take a break in the sense that we're not going to see 4 until the next system. I don't think that we're going to see Splatoon 4 on the Switch. It's going to definitely be a Switch 2 game, and it won't be a launch title. That'll probably be like second year. I think Splatoon 4 would be second year for the Switch 2. Animal Crossing is kind of weird just because it is a separate beast all its own. I wouldn't be surprised if they just expand the dev team to be able to run both of those development teams. The problem is that Splatoon and Animal Crossing, I think, should probably be treated as games that get a bit more continuous updates, right? Splatoon, obviously. But Animal Crossing, one of the biggest complaints about New Horizons over New Leaf was that New Leaf felt like it got continued regular support for a long period of time, and New Horizons feel like it came out, got one update, and then never got anything else ever again. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just expand the dev team so that they can be updating both of them at the same time. I would at least like for them to do that. Whoa. Oh no! Whoa! What? Goes? My bananas go perfectly around whoever that was. Whoa. Come on. I seem to wrap up Splatoon 3. It could be in the works. Speaking of Switch 2, I think there'll be a big showing. That'll be a big showing. That'll be the big showing. No. They already announced that that's not going to be the case. They already announced that there's not going to be Switch 2 information at the upcoming Direct. Time to do the Pirate Quest and 1000 Year Door. This Fabio guy already annoys me. New Leaf actually got the same amount of support initially. It got more after quite a gap. It didn't get amiibo support. A lot of new items super late. We remember all it got. See, again, Dragoon, I don't know. Like, I think that we're thinking about it differently because I remember constantly getting notifications that there was a new item to download. I don't, when I say update, when I say continued support, I don't mean that every other week it got a huge DLC patch, but they sent you items. You got stuff in the mail. There were things that were happening. It's the same thing like Splatoon. Like Splatoon doesn't typically need DLC updates, but every once in a while you got something. They sent you something. They remember that the game existed. New Horizons felt like the game showed up, and then there were like, after New Horizons came out, when was the first bit of actual content that we got? Not a huge DLC patch. When was just like, we got something? They added new villagers. You got an item in the mail. When? How long did that stuff take? There are better places to talk about your banana than on stream. Yeah, they already said no Switch 2 info. There's little reason why they stop at items. There's very little reason why they stop at items. A known game dev is hard, and adding stuff breaks the games. But seriously, no more items to buy. And do you like Splatoon online system? I like the online system. It just when it works. New Horizons got new items via the book ordering thing for quite a while. See, I don't remember getting that much. The Nook ordering thing. I remember it got patches where there were chunks of things, but it just wasn't really, I don't know, it just didn't feel, I won't get into it because I this is just a situation of me remembering it differently. I don't think that New Horizons it didn't feel like New Horizons got the same amount of attention that New Leaf did. And then you disregard the patch with the amiibo support and stuff, but that was a big piece of support. That was something, you could say that, oh, well, other than that, but that was a thing. And to be fair, New Horizons got the big, whatever the hell that was, when they added, like, the islands and stuff. Like, it got that, so I'm not acting like it got nothing. But I don't know. I felt like with New Leaf, I wanted to check every once in a while to see what they sent me. With New Horizons, if I didn't play for 5 months, I wasn't expecting, like, if I turn my New Horizons game on right now, if I put New Horizons in and I turn it on, I am not expecting to have missed anything. If I go to New Leaf, I'm betting there are items that I didn't get. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about when I say that. I know I didn't miss anything. Do I count seasonals? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Lilac. I don't know because I'm not sure how they do seasonals. Like, for instance, you're right. The seasonal stuff they added as you went on. But then I remember, like, the GameCube game where you could just change the date and the seasonals were already built into the game. So I don't know if I count the seasonal stuff or not. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to. Were the seasonal updates considered DLC, or were they just things that were built into the game? Because in the original games, that's what they were. That was one of the gripes, was that you would change the date and you would get all of the seasonal stuff. So I'm not sure how it works. I don't disregard it. More like I said, New Horizons got big late DLC. That's what New Life got. Yeah, you see, that's what New Leaf got with the Amiibo update. But before that, New Leaf was constantly getting items in the mail. You would get, like, regularly, you just get an item in the mail from Nintendo, and it was like a rare Nintendo item. I mean, rare. Everybody got one, but I'm not sure. I know you could time travel to get the stuff, but people only did that after the events. So I don't think we ever found out if they were there. Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure about. I wasn't sure if they were, because in the original games, they were built into the game. You could just time travel and get everything. But early on, I don't know if that stuff was DLC or if it was just already there. Are you using tilt controls? I am not using tilt controls. I used to use tilt controls. They were built into the game. I know that because I time traveled at launch, and winter stuff were already there. The only new stuff was the Easter Freak. So yeah, so all of that. So you can't really count that because all of that was there. Did I ever cheat? No, Shadow. I remember people were saying that to me when we were playing Thousand Year Door, and I wasn't familiar with that. Apparently they fixed that, but I wasn't even aware of it as a thing. Without fail, I start a Mario Kart round and my nose itches. Oh. Ow! Isn't it the Mario World? Yeah, this is Mario World Bowser theme. The when you fight him at the end. Great theme, by the way. Whoa! Oh no! Oh, did I just burn those mushrooms because I wasn't paying attention? Yeah, I think I did. Blue shells don't help me. They just hurt someone else. Ow. Okay. The hell was that noise? Was there just like a rumble in the game, like thunder? Huh. It sounded like thunder, but like here in my house. Weren't exactly hurting for coins, were we? I suppose there's no difference. New Leaf added more items while New Horizons push adding new villagers, especially via the amiibo cards. Which again, that doesn't really count though, because you have to buy that. That's like saying New Leaf added a whole bunch of content, but you had to pay $1 for each of it. So I don't really count that. It just felt like it got continued support. I mean, there was a point a couple years after New Leaf came out where I found out they were still sending people items. I was like, wait, what? And then New Horizons got, all right, they had some new villagers, which you can only have up to 10 villagers in your town, so it doesn't really matter. And it just didn't, it got one update, like one significant update. To sell 30-something million copies of a game and get one update seems kind of strange. The villagers were added to the game. The amiibo cards just let you get them faster when they got added. Yeah, and you could still only have 10 villagers in your town, right? So wasn't adding new villagers irrelevant? What was the point of, like, a genuine question? What's the point of having a whole bunch of villagers in your town if you can only have 10? Like, I'm genuinely asking. I never really cared. It was always more of, oh, I wonder who I'll get. But then I have the characters that I was happy with, and I didn't want to change anybody else. Which I get. Not everybody's like that. People like when the characters change up, but part of that is also because I hated when they would keep moving the houses around. You know, with new items and stuff, I can have new items. I have tons of room in my house for items. Hell, didn't they add something so that you could have a place with more stuff? Okay. Village, hang on. New Villagers were cool. It was a lot less used as most players already had the ones they loved and didn't want to drop for a new one. I like games that have stuff like that when you use cheats. Banjo-Kazooie had a cheat. You might get your save file deleted, which is nuts. Not really. People were really excited for the new villagers, and those cards did stupidly well. I have a pack of them, and I never opened it. It's probably that the aspect didn't appeal to you, but it was very popular with the AC. Yeah, was it really popular? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, was that? It just seems really popular to add a feature that a lot of people just aren't going to take advantage of. What exactly did I want for New Horizons? What do I feel I would have gotten for New Horizons and I would have said, okay, that's awesome. I wouldn't have minded the opportunity to expand the size of your town. I liked being able to put furniture outside. I like the way that they structured all of that stuff. I don't remember if they ever... I'd say some of it's a bit excessive. So I won't... Like, I'm not going to sit here and say all of... Like, there are crazy things that I would want that I think are a bit, like okay, they're not going to do that. But then there are things that I think were very much within the realm of possibility. Considering how playable and multiplayer focused and online focused the Switch is, and video games now in general are, I don't like the fact that all of the games in the houses didn't do anything. I still think that the arcade machines and the foosball and stuff, I think that they should have translated into mini games that you got to play. There was this big push for the social online aspect where you could have villagers come to your town and they could do stuff and they could walk around and they could look around. I think there should have been a lot more stuff added for them to do. I think that if they came and there were mini games that you guys could play, things that you could organize and put together. They had like the scavenger hunts. I think they had something like that. I think that that's a lot of stuff that they could have done. Again, I would have liked at some point later for you to increase the size of your village. I like the actual land mass. I think would have been kind of interesting. No. Hold on. I'm trying to think of all of this while actually focusing on the game. It's hard to like think about what it is that because there are things that I remember and even the simple stuff, right? Let's say like New Leaf, the special items. We talked earlier about the idea of cross promotion with things and interacting with things. So why not, when Paper Mario comes out, why don't I get a Paper Mario cutout that I can put as a standee in my room or stick on my wall as a picture? When the new Fire Emblem game comes out, I get a little figurine for the character. When the new Star Fox game comes out, new Star Fox game. Where's that stuff? Like a sticker? No. But yeah, like where's that stuff? Where are the items that I could get, even if it's just items? I don't know. I think that there's a lot of stuff that you could have done, and I think that there are a lot of ideas that would have translated very well and that would have been well received. Speaking of New Horizons had the thing where you could have... Did New Horizons have the thing where you could have a room in the museum and decorate it how you wanted to? Was New Horizons the one that had that, or New Leaf had that? Yeah, at the bare minimum, you should have had all of the items from New Leaf. Yeah, interactive furniture, even if it's a Flash game. Part of the issue was we played New Horizons like no other Animal Crossing game during a pandemic, and the team was supporting Splatoon 1 and 2 at the time. Again, they make all those games themselves. Then why isn't it still being supported? Where's that support? There's still 30-something million copies of that game out there. Horizon was my first game. I couldn't really tell you what was missing. New Horizon is the biggest AC game of world at 42 acres. And I still feel like I filled it up fast. I think the difference, Dragoon, the reason I think I would want a bigger world for New Horizons specifically was because you were able to customize the actual land the way you wanted to. Like, you could terraform the land. So that gave me more ideas for things that I wanted to do, and I felt limited on what I was able to do. That's a very weird... That's a problem that came up because of a feature that got added. if you know, you see what I mean there? Like, that wouldn't have been a problem in New Leaf. I never needed a bigger town. I always felt like I was happy with my town in New Leaf. In New Horizons, I wanted a bigger town because they added a feature where I could terraform the land, and I wanted to build more things. Who found data said they planned more content, but due to a change in reception to AC, they compiled. I mean, is the change in reception to AC due to the fact that we didn't have more content though? Right? People soured on Animal Crossing. They soured because they didn't have content. And yeah, you know, again, you're right. The pandemic thing was kind of strange. For me, the way the pandemic thing, because Animal Crossing is the day one purchase for me, no matter what. So it wasn't like the pandemic changed that. For me, the pandemic issue was that because of the pandemic, I played it way more than I would ever have played an Animal Crossing game in a stretch of time. I play Animal Crossing a few hours a day. I played it for 12 hours a day because I was home. Ow, ow! Oh my god, the fireballs just took all of my red shells. Oh. And that's what Splatoon 3 is closing down, and no doubt, and Animal Crossing, no doubt in development. Yeah, so like a Splatoon's closing down, and the team's probably working on a new Animal Crossing. I mean, I would imagine that the team's working on a new Splatoon. That's the thing, like the idea that like, oh well, they finished Splatoon, like Splatoon's wrapping up, so it's time for Animal Crossing. Splatoon 2 and then 3 were massive, especially in Japan. So it's not unreasonable to think that they're wrapping up on Splatoon 3 and they're already working on Splatoon 4. I don't think that that's unreasonable to imagine. Go! Go! Oh my god, I bullet stole that 4th place. 14 hours a day in lockdown to play Animal Crossing as it was meant to be played. A few hours a day, and I still ran out of content fast. And I found stuff to. I haven't been in my Animal Crossing town. I feel like at the end of Mario Kart here, I should just run into my Animal Crossing town and look around. Also, what reception? Printing money was not a good reception? The issue, I believe, the data showed normally they planned to add as they went, but because everyone was playing New Horizons nonstop, the team was having trouble keeping up with the big fixes. Building Splatoon 1, 2, 3, and running Pocket Camp, which also pretty successful, funnily enough. Ronan and Lilac are going at it with 13. It's going to be a dystopian world. No, I think my villagers would take... That's another thing that I miss. I do really miss the ordinances from New Leaf, where you could have the villagers pick up the weeds and stuff. I do kind of miss that. I think there was something in the game that stopped weeds from growing, but I miss that. AC New Horizons, at a minimum, should have added stuff from New Leaf. That's why. The reality is, it just didn't add enough. Yes, there was stuff that was added, but it wasn't nearly as supported. There are failed live service games that got more support than New Horizons did, in my opinion. Ow, ow, ow. It didn't get enough for 30-something million sales. You look at the sales of that game, and you look at how much support it got and didn't get, and it just doesn't line up to me. I'm not saying New Horizons was no, and it wasn't a perfect game. I think that there was a lot missing. And when I say that there's a lot missing from New Horizons, part of what I mean is that the Switch itself was a better piece of hardware. It was a bigger screen, obviously, because it's not a handheld like New Leaf was. There was a lot that the Switch could have done and that the install base would have allowed for, and they didn't take advantage of it. And that's part of what I'm talking about when I say that it just didn't have enough. Like there were things that New Leaf had that were done better than what New Horizons was, and New Horizons should have been able to do it way better. I may do that after the stream. I may have to grab my Animal Crossing and run around my town for a little bit, see how bad it looks. Get my hair done. You know, and there's little things that they changed. They changed the hair thing. Thank God. There were certain things that were like legacy things from the original games that I look at and I think, oh God, how do we even deal with that? Do you remember, like, I don't know how many of you are like OG Animal Crossers out there. Do you remember that you needed to read a guide in order to figure out what hair color you were going to get? Like, do you remember that? You didn't just pick a color. You had to answer these goofy ass questions, and then the goofy questions were the things that told you, you would get your hair done, and then that was how you get like white hair. Oh my God. Yeah, and the faces. Yeah, they were supporting Splatoon 1 and 2. It doesn't cut it for me. The content was already there. They could have focused at least on giving us that much. And when Splatoon 1 dropped fully, they could have focused more on to bring that across. And to be completely honest with you, no offense to the Wii U owners out there, but how much support was Splatoon 1 still getting? Splatoon 1 shouldn't have been getting... Splatoon 1 wasn't getting content updates. It was getting support patches. That's it. It was getting support patches. It's weird. They kind of like Mario Party thing. We always go, how did they not add more? It's still selling. To be fair, New Horizons did get a pretty big DLC with requested features, but it didn't get more. And we'll probably and again, my point though, Dragoon, is that in between the launch and that big giant patch where it got a bunch of stuff, it didn't feel like it got much of anything. Where's that? Where's that content in between the release and the big patch? And then where's more content after the big patch? And again, not giant content updates. Where's every month or two you get an item from Nintendo? Where's that? It's those little things that it just felt like they just sort of abandoned it. Team really shows support. Team really tries to support Splatoon. They should have increased. Shouldn't have increased another long-term game like Animal Crossing. And you know what? One thing that I always say about this stuff, whenever the idea of there's only so many people. The team was already doing these two things. They couldn't do a third thing. This is not an indie company. And we're not talking about games that sold a couple thousand copies. This is Nintendo, and we're talking about Animal Crossing, a game that sold 30 million copies. There should have been more people put on board, and they should have been tied to Animal Crossing specifically. There's no you can argue that sure, the dev team is only a certain size, but you're a multi-billion-dollar company. You can hire more dev team. they got the New Horizons DLC out in 1 year. So, all right. So where were the next 2 years of content? You're telling me a game like Animal Crossing on the Switch, when it's going to be the only Animal Crossing on the Switch, doesn't get at least 3 years of content? Where's the next giant patch? Where are the little things in between? It's weird to me that you don't support that game after selling that much. Oh my God. What's happening, by the way? Why am I in first? Yeah, we're gold. You know what? You say that as a joke. I'm not joking. Where's New Horizons Deluxe? Where is something that has everything contained in a bunch of extra stuff, and then it includes the path to upgrade to more stuff? Where's that? Oh, too bad you were in first place. Oh no! I got zapped anyway. There we go. Oh, come on. I'm going to hit myself with that, aren't I? Oh! No, Marcos! No, I'm on brand. Yeah, we got the Happy Home Designer thing. Switch 2 upgrade for $60. I can actually see them making New Horizons Deluxe. Have all of the stuff that was already included in the game, and then you include a path that adds more stuff, or that promises to add more stuff later. It feels like no reasons besides they didn't want to, which isn't really an answer. No, see, before I even read the rest of that, it feels like no reason besides they didn't want to, which isn't really an answer. No, it is an answer. It's a bad one. They didn't want to is an answer, and it's a bad answer. But with Nintendo, it feels like that's the answer, because we ask about that with a lot of Nintendo games. Where's more? And Nintendo just didn't do it for reasons, and that's not good. That's a non-reason. It's a reason that doesn't mean anything to say. Where are the teams? They were put on other things. To be honest, I'd rather get more games than more content to one game. I'd rather get more games than more content to one game. It depends on the one game, though. You know, Animal Crossing is a very unique thing. It's a unique type of game. Animal Crossing effectively is an ecosystem. I think that's probably the best way I can say that about Animal Crossing. So for Animal Crossing to get continued support makes a lot of sense to me. Let me pay attention here. Does Animal Crossing fall into that same genre of games like Minecraft? No, I don't think so, because I think Minecraft is basically just one game that keeps getting built up. You could do that with Animal Crossing. I don't know. I don't know if you could, because Minecraft, the idea of Minecraft is building the whole world. Animal Crossing, the idea is developing a town that's already there. So you're gonna want that to change. Yeah, I don't think that they're the same kind of creation. Animal Crossing is like Stardew Valley. You know what I mean? It's a town builder sim. So it's not really the same thing. Minecraft is like a sandbox open world game. Yeah, they're fundamentally very different. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa! No! Get away! No! Oh my god. It's not a good reason. It hasn't seemed to hurt them in the long run. AC still sells consistently. Just what it got. It could sell more. Maybe go to those. Maybe that goes to those reasonable goals. Nintendo sets for consistently. Yeah, it did what it needed to do. Yeah, and I don't think that they'll change it for that. Oh my god, I was so close to first. No. Oh, do you think HC should let us be playable animal villagers? I've heard people say that. I've heard people say that before. Oh, that's going to be... I'm sorry, that was the last one. Do I think Animal Crossing should let us be playable villagers? No. I think I like being a person in the animal world. I think that makes more sense to me. Plus, it works with my my headcanon, and I feel like if you transformed into an animal character, that would be the end of the game. Right? Like I have this headcanon. So this is my headcanon for Animal Crossing. I don't know if I ever told you this story. This is my headcanon for what's happening in Animal Crossing. In Animal Crossing, your character dies. You are a human in the real world, and you died. And you wake up in the animal world. You wake up in the Animal Crossing. That's why it's called Crossing. It's called Animals because the other villagers are animals. It's called Crossing because this is like the crossover between the life and the afterlife. So it's like an isekai. While you're there, you learn to interact. You grow. You build. You create. You help others. You help them with their chores and their errands. You build a town that's good for them. You try to become a better person, and you try to learn lessons. And the goal is to build a better town, build a good home for yourself, to learn what it means to be a stronger individual. At the end of the game, of your time there, you will do one of two things. You will leave, and you will move on to whatever the next life is. Or you will choose to stay and help others that are crossing over into the next life. When you choose to stay, you choose an animal form and you become one of the villagers. And you travel from village to village helping the people who are transitioning over into their next life. All of the villagers in Animal Crossing were people who decided to stay and help other people cross over. So they became animal characters, and now that's why they move in, and that's why you have to be open to them leaving so that they can go to other towns and help other people. That is my headcanon for Animal Crossing. No, Chaos. When you become a villager, you're a person. You get to choose an animal form only if you decide to stay in the village limbo Animal Crossing afterlife so that you can help others. That's been my headcanon for Animal Crossing. Mark 8 looks perfect tempo and add more games, more to games. No matter how long it's passed, Mario Kart has lived longer than most consoles. This is an exception. Oh, this has some odd similarity. Okay, somebody else said Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. Is that what happens in that game? Same could be said about Mario Party, which didn't get a DLC because the Nintendo had already met and exceeded these goals. So they'd rather focus on the next one. We said it many times this gen. A strength of Nintendo has been not spending extra money and being happy when those reasonable goals are met and exceeded. Yeah, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. Yeah, here's this cute game with animal people. You get to be the mayor. They're all dead. I see Animal Crossing as a purgatory where the most evil of people are forced to be peaceful and pay a life debt that will never end. Oh, interesting. I like that. And they're forced to be nice and build a town for everybody. Otherwise, they're told that they're failing. Interesting. Oh, but it's not 1-to-1, but Mystery Dungeon has similar story beats. Okay. I feel like you can add more to a game. I just think adding teams can lead to the Call of Duty mess. I mean, the problem with adding too much to a game is that you mentioned Call of Duty, and when you add too much to a game, you do run into the Call of Duty problem where there's so much to do, and most people don't do most of it. You know, we were talking earlier, very early on the stream, about X Defiant, and I kind of wish they added a few more game modes. And then Call of Duty has more game modes than anybody's wanting to play. You know, there's you could count on one hand the amount of game modes that people genuinely like to play in Call of Duty. Two hands. And then there's a ton of stuff that just doesn't get touched. Or it gets tried and then you don't ever touch it again. Whereas you look at X Defiant, and X Defiant is very limited, but that limit makes it easier to focus on what you want to do. So yeah, there's definitely a danger in adding too much. And I'm not. That's the thing with Animal Crossing. Maybe that's the balance. I wish there was more. I wish there was something that would make you want to go back every once in a while. Like I said, if I put in my new Leaf game right now, I might have missed items. There might be items that pop up in my mailbox because they were sent to me because I stopped playing before they stopped supporting the game and they stopped giving you content in the game. Whereas New Leaf or New Horizons, if I put New Horizons in right now, I don't expect there to be anything except a letter telling me that I got interest in my bank account, a letter telling me what my house rating is, and bugs crawling around my house. That's it. That's what I imagine is there. Turn on Animal Crossing. Visit. Is my Animal Crossing even here? It's over. I think it's over there. Do it live. Here, we'll do that. Yeah, hold on. Is it here? Here, let me grab my game. I'll take a look. Hold on. You have to return to AC Purgatory. Pay your debts. Tom Nook demands payment. Do you keep your Switch games in the case or in the library thing? I keep most of my games in the case on my shelf. I keep a handful of games in my little thingy here that I might travel with if I want to. I have 5 games in here. Well, Animal Crossing's in. I'm putting in Animal Crossing right now, but I have 5 games in here. Animal Crossing, Metroid Prime Remastered because I was playing that at one point, Atari 50th because I was going through that, Pokemon Arceus because I'm eventually going to go through that, and Persona 5 Tactica because I was starting to play that and then I just started doing other things. My cat sounds angry or possessed. He's angry. It's technically lunchtime. Buddy, give me like 20 minutes and then I'll get you lunch. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. Do. Do that. I hear you, buddy. Hold on. Buddy, give me like 20 minutes. And yeah, he was asleep on the couch until I started moving. Give me food right now. Yeah. Here, I'll give you a few treats. Hold on. There you go. Hold you off. Here's the snack. Here, have the snack. I mean. Oh, wait, download. Wait, maybe they added DLC. Watch, 8 minutes ago, they had a huge DLC patch and gave us a ton of content. Sage is like, Father, I crave treats. Father, how? Feed me or I'll fight another rat. He never fought a rat. He had mice. That was about it. I haven't had mice in a little while, too. I bought some live traps, and there were no mice for a while, and then I had a couple, and then I caught them, and I took them out of the house, and so now I haven't had mice in like a few months. I know different than a child begging his mother for a chocolate bar at the store. As players, it can suck when games don't get more, because we do always want more, but also when you think about it, like I said, it already met and exceeded its goals. They want to move on. As you said, it just makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I just, it's something that I think, and again, it's not every game. When Final Fantasy 16, I'm not going to look at Final Fantasy 16 in a year and say, why isn't there more DLC? But it's not the kind of game where I would expect that. Something like Animal Crossing, something like, now we kind of expect it for Mario Kart. Look at Smash Bros. If they release the Smash Bros. For the next system, let's say it's not Ultimate Deluxe, right? Let's say for the Switch 2, they release super duper Smash Bros. And it's not an Ultimate, it's a brand new game. In a year, when you don't get any characters, when there's no DLC for the game, would you legitimately, looking at Smash Bros., looking at the history of Smash Bros., would you legitimately look at that game and say, well, they never said they were going to get us DLC? They never said you were going to get new characters? Or would you look at it and say, there's no way we're not getting new characters for this game? You would think, where is the DLC? And you'd be right to do so, because the evidence has been there, and the ecosystem just exists now where games like that get more updates. So this concept of, well, they never promised us DLC, it doesn't really fly anymore with some things. Again, New Horizons, I think it makes sense to wonder where the DLC was, because New Leaf had a bunch of stuff that was added to it regularly. And then it got a huge content update years later. I think you can go back and you can look at the evidence, and that's enough for you to say, yeah, it's strange that it's not there. And that's why I think the same thing with Superstars. It's like, yeah, sure, they never said that we were going to get content DLC updates for Superstars, but we literally get it for every other game. Give me a other than Wonder, give me a Mario multiplayer game. Give me a Nintendo multiplayer game that didn't get a DLC update. Super Mario Party got an update. They all have had content updates. So you can't, it just doesn't fly with me to say that, well, Superstars, they never promised you that you were going to get an update. We've gotten updates for every single one of those games. To use Smash New Leaf to New Horizons, to me felt like if you went from Smash Ultimate to the next game having as much content as Smash 4, and then you got 4 fighters and that's it. It's weird to say that. Technically, all the sports games, they're not fooling anybody. They were cut from release. Strikers got like 2 new characters and I think a new board or something. But that's still technically more than Super. Think about that. Sure, it felt like it was cut from Striker. And you know what? How about this? You mentioned Strikers and you say that it felt like cut content. Strikers got more flack for not having content than Superstars did. People have been yelling about Strikers and how terrible Strikers is because Strikers didn't get any content updates, and it did get content updates. It just feels like it was stuff that was cut and then put in later. Why is there not the same amount of anger towards Mario Party Superstars? Superstars got nothing. Did the lightsaber change color on Star Wars? Oh, I don't think so. It's blue right now. Superstars got yelled at for a while and still does for not having enough. I'm the only one. Dragoon, And I'm not saying that it's not happening anywhere. I'm saying that I'm the only one I've ever heard complain about Superstars not getting updates. Every single time in any forum that I have brought up Superstars not getting updates, I'm the only one that's annoyed about it. Nobody else, everybody else doesn't care. Strikers, I went online all the time, and every time I bring up Strikers, people complain that there's just no content for that game. People complain that there was no content for the tennis and the golf games, and there was content for those games. Super Mario Party's update is a weird exception. It wasn't content in the way we were talking about, to be fair. No, but it was content. But it was an update. But it wasn't the same as DLC. But it was an update to the game. It was a new feature that was added to the game, which to me is an update. Yeah, Mario, when I'm saying Superstars, I mean Mario Party Superstars, not Sonic. They could have added a car mode to Mario Party. Okay, so it could have been worse. Not super into Mario Party. Super was your first real one. I'm also not super into Mario Golf and Mario Tennis. And for the life of me, I didn't when people were complaining about those games not having enough content, I didn't hear the end of it. I didn't even play those games. And I constantly on my feed saw people complaining about the fact that those games didn't get enough content. So I would hard disagree that my interaction with the franchise has to do with how much information I'm hearing. Because there are franchises out there that I don't interact with at all, that when they do something bad, I see it all the time. Everybody's talking about it. Superstars, I don't see anybody talking about Superstars. I've never seen anybody complain about Superstars. Isn't that weird to me? Isn't that weird that I don't remember there being this whole big thing on Twitter about how everybody's outraged about Mario Party Superstars? It never happened. But I remember people throwing a fit that tennis didn't have enough stuff and that golf felt a little bit light. I like the golf game. It got content, but like AC, it didn't feel like it got enough. It wasn't made to be its full potential. August was the last time I think I was in the game. Chris Striker hasn't had a new game since the Wii, so for a competitive game to have less content than the Wii was crazy. ND Cube is one of those few studios, Nintendo, not them doing DLC, is them not doing DLC is normal for them. More like people already got scolded because there was no indication for DLC. Yeah, and again, yeah, every time I brought it up, that was the same thing. It was like, they never said you were going to get DLC. It's like, that doesn't really that doesn't really help. Oh, I have to change, all right. Hang on. It's been a year. It's been, well, not a year. Almost a year. It's been almost a year. Almost a year. Animal Crossing. Super also benefited from a big feeling of finally a true Mario Party game, keeping the negativity down. And as you've seen, people are like, wow, there's more. Where's more? I should have had it. Yeah, I hear people complain about Superstars. See, I don't ever see anybody complain about Superstars. With all the sports games, they did try to sell, there will be more content added to the game. The slight difference is an actual expectation which is why I got flagged. Like Strikers having less seemed crazy to have a console-based Animal Crossing game have less content than the handheld game 8 years prior. I'm sorry, it's just if you want to look at it in a bubble, that's fine. But I look at Animal Crossing New Horizons and I look at it against something like New Leaf, and New Leaf just had a lot more content. My phone is ringing. Harvey? Oh, this is one of the, like, time daily things. This isn't new. This is just, I've had them do this before. Bank of Nook, that's my interest. Happy Home Academy, that's my rating for the house. And then these were two things that I ordered the last time I played. Ugh, and it's 30 frames per second. Hazel. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hazel, that's your name, right? I like when they tell me how long it's been. I want someone to tell me, like, oh my god, it's been exactly 197 days. She has eyebrows. I think I'm the one that set her up to say Uniwow. Hello. 10 months. 10 months. Oh, it's 60 frames because there's too much stuff on the screen. Okay. 10 months. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Yeah, see, I did this where I put all of my villagers in the same spot. Oh, these all grew out. Thank God. They didn't grow out in the order I wanted to, but... Like, oh my God, it's you. We thought you had moved on to the next life. What do you mean? Nothing. My little Triforce Island. Can we visit your town? No, I'm getting ready to finish. We were just talking about Animal Crossing, so I wanted to just dip into my town really quick. We're at the end of the stream though, so I just wanted to pop in really fast. Like I said, it's been a while since I've actually seen it. Oh wait, I forgot. They added this. I don't remember when they added this. These were the pipes that they added. I forgot they added these functional pipes. When did they add this? This wasn't the same update, was it? That one Animal Crossing character. It's been 84 years. That was for Mario Day. That was for Mario Day, like last year. No, wait, was that for Mario Day this year? Are there any child characters? No, wait. Timmy and Tommy, the what's it called? The Nook kids. I think they're the only children characters in the game. Oh yeah, the volcano. I forgot to add one of those. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, just the little nooks. Everyone else is short. Oh, they're all child spirit. Okay, no, they're not that. Oh, I also extended so I can walk all the way behind my town. See, yeah, like extend the rocks back so I can build more. Extend it out to the side or something. Oh, Godzilla -1. Oh, Godzilla -1 is on net. I saw it trending, Lilac, and I didn't know why. It's trending because it's on Netflix. I may have to download Netflix. Upon Googling it, New Leaf and New Horizons actually have about the same amount of items. New Leaf had after DLC 1,764, and New Horizons after DLC has 1,997. So yeah, so maybe, you know, maybe it's just, I mean, how many did they start with? How many did they start with? That's why it has more stuff. It's just, I don't know. Dragon, to be completely honest, and with all due respect, I feel like you're just gonna, like, you have this idea about how much they got, and I don't know how much Animal Crossing you play, but a lot of us just don't feel like it got the same support. It just doesn't feel like it. It feels like we got more for New Leaf than we got for New Horizons. So this is just an agree to disagree thing. How many hours did I put into this? I think it's only like 200 and something or 300 and something. I don't think it was super crazy. Yeah, it's like features, boat trips, stuff outside, just collecting a list. Like it's I don't know, there's just, and you know what? And maybe there's another lesson there. Maybe there's a different lesson there. Maybe there's a lesson in, it's not about the items, it's about how you feel getting them. It's about how special it feels. If the next Animal Crossing game, drops and there's 3,000 items in the game, more than any other Animal Crossing game has had, and they're all there day one, and they don't ever give you DLC, which game feels like it got more support? If you look at the raw numbers and you say, wow, Animal Crossing Second Horizons had 3,000 items. Great. How were they added to the game? They were all there day one. And 5 years later, there was never any updates. Which game sounds like it got more support? Yeah, the real content was the game we played along the way. Oh, wait, I gotta check my house to kill the bugs. I played all the AC games. I was going to say, I think the difference is that New Leaf distributed the content better. It made it more interesting. It made it more engaging. I wanted to go back into the game and get more stuff. Whereas this one, it was just like, all right, it's all there. Yay. I always did this with my house. I always just put a bunch of stuff. I was always trying to get the maximum. See, like I'm watching a YouTube video, and then and then I got my Twitch chat open. No, I don't want company. Oh, here we go. This is something I don't like about this game. This is something I can't stand about it. I don't like the people visiting. It hinders my ability to do whatever the hell I want to do. Because now I can't leave now. I think you can. I think they changed it so that if you try and leave. You know what I find funny with this? With the music? Like, I feel like I should be offended, right? The bamboo room, the music. I feel like this is offensive. Yeah, they just come into the house. And Chaos, could you imagine just walking into their houses? Why is your house made of sticks? It looks hazardous. Well, I should probably hit the road. See you later. Alright, that's fine. There we go. That was nice. That was short and sweet. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe that wasn't too bad. Suppose I put in Discord earlier. I don't think so. See, I'm telling you. You have like... Oh, hey, you have a friend over and you guys click the arcade machine and you both play a game together, little mini games and stuff. I think that's why I'm thinking of the game this way. When I think of this particular Animal Crossing game, when I think of Switch Online features, the interconnectivity, the amount of people that bought the game, it feels like this could be not Minecraft, but this could be like... Rather than I can't wait for the next Animal Crossing game, it feels like this could be the game that gets supported for years. And then every year, there's a content patch that's another $10. Like, people would complain, but then they would complain about $10 a year for a big chunk of content, but then they would just buy a $60 Animal Crossing game in 3 years. Yeah, there's an upstairs. Knowing they want to push NSO, what games would you put there to play? Really simple games. Really simple things that are unique to this. Really simple. Remember the loading games from Splatoon, like Squid Jump and stuff? You could have little things like that. Real basic, real simple. Nice and relaxing. My whole thing, because of when this came out, my whole thing was like building relaxing spaces. Let's see. George described the surge in popularity over turns of the land. Latin? You want to know something? I actually don't hate that. Like, I'm not going to be honest with you. I don't particularly hate that. Remember Animal Crossing Die? What? No. Yeah, I'd put little games, little things that you can play. Like CT, how about a little Pong style game? How about a little very simple Animal Crossing themed Tetris game in here? You know, little simple things like that. Little puzzle games. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. A little simple pinball game. The thing, it doesn't have to be anything complicated. It's surprising. You know, a billiards game. They had Puzzle League in New Leaf. I mean, the original GameCube game had NES games in it, so I don't expect NES games to come back. But you see what I mean. You see what I mean when I look at the previous games, and it almost feels like the previous games had more content and more things to do than this game does. The game that sold, I think, better than all of them, than the other games. I'm a bit mixed with how limited you are when you're visiting a friend. You kind of have to come with everything done just to actually do anything with your friend's island. Yeah, so like, what if they could set up games? Because that was what I wanted out of this. I thought this would be a fun community day game where we would have people come over and we would play games and do... I bought this item down here. I bought this down here because I thought it'd be fun to do like raffles and stuff, and I thought there'd be kind of a lot of things that you can do, and it just feels very limited. The way that the multiplayer is structured, and I think that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a massive multiplayer content that is focused around having people come to your town and you going to other people's towns, and there being a benefit to it. There being games to play and things to do and ways to interact with each other and with the town that are just not here right now. Wasn't it start? No, select. Oh, I didn't get those last pieces of mail. I just leave them in there. Yeah, I remember people using the spinning wheel to gamble. I think Nintendo probably still won't move on to that. Especially since Splatoon is the only game to do it successfully for them. So I feel they still prefer the idea of sequels over long-term content. They've been known to experiment. Also, the benefit to sequels over extended content is that you don't risk fighting with yourself for engagement. But you don't risk fighting with yourself for engagement when the things are different. You know, New Leaf got continued support, and it didn't New Leaf didn't run into anything. I think that the crowd that wants to continued support for Splatoon and the crowd that wants continued support for Animal Crossing, I obviously think there's some crossover, but I think ultimately they're two different groups of people. We're going to agree to disagree on this until the cows come home. I don't see a reason why you don't provide more support to Animal Crossing New Horizons to make it the evergreen title, to make it the one that you just buy and you get more stuff later on. And then you do that. And then when the next one comes out, now you know it's a big deal, right? New Horizons is the game that you still buy. It's the one that they're going to support for a long period of time. So when the next one comes out, Grand Theft Auto 5. You can still go and buy Grand Theft Auto 5, and there's a bajillion things to do. And Grand Theft Auto 5 has gotten so much support over so long a period of time that when 6 comes out, you're going to buy 6. And you're going to buy that game with confidence that you're going to have content for at least the next 5 years, if not the next 10 years. Where does that confidence come from? That the last game got a ton of support. So do that with Animal Crossing, not Grand Theft Auto, but you make it so that you provide so much content that it becomes an evergreen title, and people just want to buy it. They want to keep buying it. They want to continue buying it. And then when the next one finally comes out, people will buy it with confidence because they'll know that this isn't a game that you're going to drop in 6 months. This isn't a game, and when I say you, I mean the company. This isn't the game that the company's going to drop in 6 months. Rockstar isn't going to stop providing support for GTA 6 in a year. It's going to go on for years, and they're going to keep providing it. And then you're going to be able to engage in it as much or as little as you want. What's this? Oh, this is for 15, for 14. Oh my God, look at that. That's awesome. A lot of like 14 players. 14 players like each other better than WoW players, I think. And the next team is going to have the heck of a time standing apart from the game that grew it before. But again, I don't think you're wrong. A good extended content is good for players. And yeah, Smash, sure, Smash is going to have some big shoes to fill after Ultimate. But because of that, you don't just ditch it. You don't release the next Smash game and then you don't provide any updates at all. And it just kind of like New Horizons, they provided updates, but it just doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't feel like they provided anywhere near as much as the one before it. Tomb Raider animation, yeah, it's Sage food time though. Where is he? He's on the couch again. See, he goes back to sleep. Dangerous. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was that was the Tomb Raider animation for the half second I saw there. It looked good. Hang on one second here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got nobody. Okay. All right. But that is going to do it for today. So thank you everybody for stopping in and for hanging out. I very, very, very much appreciate it. Fun community day as always. I very much enjoyed that. A lot of good conversation, a lot of good stuff that was happening. Some good fights, some good races, and I went into my Animal Crossing town for the first time in almost a year. So they can't say I had to show my face just to. I had to show my face just to let them know I'm still in charge. I needed them. My loyal subjects / voters to understand that I am still around and I am still the boss. I just wanted them to see that. You have to let them know. Sometimes you got to let them know that you're still around and you're still watching them. And Kyle just walked into my house. Yeah, I came back from Smash and Mario Kart cracking my knuckles before going to sleep. Walked around, zombified. And the funny thing is, now I only saw some of my villagers. So they will tell the others, and the others won't believe them. And now they'll argue. They'll say, no, the mayor was here. I haven't seen the mayor in 10 months. Listen, I'm telling you, he was here. He walked around, and then he went back home, and he vanished. And they'll say, you're lying. I went around the village and pissed on everything. Okay, but that is going to do it for today. I don't have anybody to send you to. So I just have these three. So we'll probably just wrap up. We're just going to wrap up for today then. I'm sorry, I didn't have anybody to send you to. But thank you again, everybody, for stopping and for hanging out. I do very much appreciate it. Tomorrow we have off, so we will be back on Monday. I think on Monday we'll probably go back into Paper Mario and we'll try the Pit of 1,000. What is it? Pit of 100 Trials, Pit of 100 Battles. And then we'll see how far. I think we can beat it. I know people have beaten the pit well before they beat the game, so we should be good to beat the pit of 100 trials on Monday. And then I think you have to go through it twice for the super bosses. We'll also try that. Maybe we'll see what it takes to do the extra boss fights. We'll see what is involved in all of that. After that, after Paper Mario, so probably Tuesday or maybe Thursday, we'll jump back into Sonic. We're gonna go back to Sonic Adventure 2. We're gonna do the dark story thing. So hopefully everybody will be here for that, so you can sort of tell me how all of that works. Because I kind of struggled through the last one. For right now though, I don't have anybody, so we'll just let you go here after the credits. But thank you once again, everybody, for stopping and for hanging out. Don't forget to drink your mask, wear your water, social distance whenever possible. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great weekend. Play some fun games. Enjoy yourself. It is June, so So go out there and do something almost summery. And I will see you all next week.